Welcome. A shot out of a cannon today. My voice is tweaking. Wow, we're here. What a weekend. This thing went by quick. We had an unbelievable Friday here. It's Motivational Monday, April 28th, 2025. Wow, we're live, Patrick. We got a lot going on, buddy. What's up? How's your weekend going? We have a wonderful guest. We'll introduce her here. Toni Johns here in just a second. She just got in, and so she's like looking like, oh my God, I can't believe we're live. Toni, we have just about 1 million people watching right now, so don't even be worried about it.
No one's watching.
No one's watching. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Patrick, what's up, buddy?
Morning, sir. That weekend just flew by, huh? What a show on Friday. Cold Plunge Challenge Friday. We really didn't know what to expect, but boy, was it fun. And raised, about $4,800 for mindsovertumors.org. So it was great that we could have such a great time and raise some money for a good cause. Patrick Dearborn, the ultimate realtor, went under for a minute, held his breath under a minute in the cold plunge and won the cold plunge challenge. And we already got people lining up to do the next one. So pretty cool.
I mean, we didn't really anticipate. Good morning, Meredith. Meredith's on. For my guest here in the studio, Toni, you'll see comments up here because we're going to talk about your yoga studio.
Okay.
And they're going to be able to bring in questions, and you'll see them up there. Meredith's one of our favorite show friends. Thank you, Meredith, for
Meredith's one of our peeps.
Peeps
Hi,
tester.
She's one of our peeps. You see what I did there, Tim?
She's a real peep.
See what I did there?
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, one of our peeps in the house.
Heck yeah.
But so it wasn't really planned. Patrick says, hey, if I'm going to go in the cold plunge, I need to get some charity money for it. We had some wonderful people that jumped in and said, I'm going to give $1,000 if Tim or Patrick go in. We both did it. And then before you know it, Dearborn went in, Pat, and then
Blake Becker,
it's just
Beth Huffman.
Amazing. Amazing time. We raised $4,800 for Minds
over tumors.org. Darren Nieves' nonprofit organization.
Young man that goes to Aubrey Rogers High School, and he's started his own 501c3. Amazing kid, and we're just very proud to be a part of that and anything we can do to help out. We're going to be doing a lot more of these because, listen, we have a lot of fun doing this, but what better way to bring the community together and, do that. Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Want to introduce our wonderful guest today.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be great to have her on.
I see her everywhere, and she's celebrating just opening up your new yoga studio, Torch
Hut Yoga. I just opened Monday.
So wow. You just opened Monday.
Just Monday.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the
Torching
press.
hot.
Yeah.
Torch hot, bringing the heat. 1 week today. I opened.
1 week today. Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about how you got into that, opening up, and I think you're doing a giveaway too, if I'm not mistaken, or promotion.
Doing a special, founder's special, because I just opened Monday. I got into opening my own studio because I am an avid yogi. I'm an avid student. I'm not a yoga teacher. I just know what yoga brings to the community and how it changed my life. So I wanted to bring it to everyone else.
And where are you located, Toni?
I'm on Bayshore.
Bayshore. What's the address?
2740 Bayshore Drive, Unit 14.
Okay. Bayshore's become the new hotspot for art, restaurants, yoga studios. I don't know how long you've been in Naples, but
I moved here in 2020.
2020. So
excuse me, yeah.
You got some season time here in Naples. If you
yeah.
got 5 years in Naples, I consider that season. 35 for me.
Where I was going with 20, 30, 35, about 30, 32 for me. Where I was going with that, Bayshore looked a little bit differently.
Oh, Bayshore, totally
in the 90s.
I heard it wasn't like it was now.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I think Tim spent a lot of time
I spent a lot of time
the
down
other
there
side.
at the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time on Bayshore Drive, and so I remember when this where Rebecca's is, there's what is it, 360 across the road?
Wine 360.
Yeah, Wine 360. My buddy built that in it looked a little bit different, but he built that back in the 90s, and it was called Moby Rick's Marina. Moby Rick's Marina. If Rick's watching, for those who are out there that can remind us of Moby Rick's Marina. It's been several different places now, but that Bayshore Drive area is really grown up.
Up and coming.
Yeah, up and coming. And I don't think we've even scratched the surface of what it's going to be.
I hear that. I'm grateful to be there.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a good spot.
I think you are.
Good parking, good everything. Yeah.
Now, where are you from originally?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Steeler fan?
Yeah. When they win.
Yeah, when they win. Yeah.
Got the Steeler yellow today.
Yeah, got the Steeler yellow.
Yes.
Commissioner Colwell would be proud.
Commissioner Colwell.
Yeah, big Steelers fan.
Yeah, he loves it. What brought you to Naples?
Oh, the weather. It was during COVID. I was self-employed at the time. My husband's self-employed, and my daughters were in college online. And we were just sick of the weather and the whole COVID thing, and we just did it. We just made it happen. And
COVID, what was that? What was COVID?
Do you ever hear of it?
No.
Came and went.
It was a thing, yeah.
Yeah, down here in Southwest Florida, not too much.
Not too much, yeah. That's why everyone came.
Yeah, so yoga. Like, I've done some yoga. I've been to yoga classes. I've done the hot yoga. I thought I was going to die.
Well, you have to give it a chance.
I think I liked it. It was good, but I thought I was actually in the casket.
Did you wear the whole yoga outfit?
I did. I went
leopard pants
and spandex.
Nice.
And the reality is, I was literally just laying there, and it was just sweating down, and I'm like, this is what it's like to be in a situation where you're not going to make it through. But it was really good because it was motivating, and then after you're done, you're like, oh my God.
Feels so good.
It's great.
And even if you just lay there, like you said, you're getting so much benefit from that, from the infrared. It heats the body, not the air. So it's safer and more healthy for you. Like an infrared sauna. Mm-hmm. So imagine working out in an infrared sauna.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it is.
Now, you said that you're not a yoga instructor.
No.
You're just
I just love it.
Enjoy it, and you opened your own studio because you enjoy it.
Bring that to the community.
That's really
it changed my life. At just the community part of it. Yoga is a part of it, but the community that it brings is really nice and welcoming and not judgmental. All levels, all ages. That's how I met my friends down here, was through yoga, and I started Naples Brunch Club with my friend Maggie through yoga. So yoga brought me so many good things. I want to give it back to the community. That's why.
So would you can consider yourself like a connector, a network person?
Yeah,
you enjoy
like
that part, right? Yeah. How do you think your yoga studio is going to foster, that type of networking and community throughout Collier County, or especially down that area?
So I plan to do. I want it open at all levels to all people. I want to bring that part of it. But I also plan to do things like for the veterans, like one free class a month for them. For different groups, we're doing a kitty yoga for DAS with little kittens running around. We're going to do one for the Humane Society, Wags to Wishes,
awesome.
Adopted dogs, veterans, just community type events there. And what yoga can bring everyone together that way.
That's great. Now, if a veteran wanted to do the free yoga session, how do they go about doing it?
So I'm going to set that up.
Okay.
And maybe reach out to someone who can put it out there and schedule it. And I have a teacher that's really into it. She has a family, veteran families, and she wants to help out. So that's what we'll do.
That's awesome. We'll get her connected with Lois and Chicopee, because I'm sure they know a veteran or two.
Market it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a wonderful community here of veterans. I'm a veteran myself, but I look at myself a little bit different because I like to help other veterans that maybe are a little bit older than me or have, maybe some. There's one guy we pick up at the nursing home, and we take him and drive him around, do those type of things, because it makes me feel great that they're there. Meredith does a shout out. She's been in Naples for 33 years in October. We got Mike. All right.
Tim Yoga
picks for proof. I can tell you, John McGaughan, his wife. John McGaughan used to be the GM at the Ritz, and his wife, she's awesome. Tam. She used to do the yoga at Mercado, and that was the hot yoga in there. And I mean, I don't have the pictures because They didn't let me take pictures, but
whatever, Tim. Still waiting.
Aerial yoga. Introduce that type. Oh yeah. You got to do the fly. Hey, Michelle.
Morning, Michelle.
Yep. And obviously Lois Bowens. Yeah, we got it rolling. So tell us a little bit about. So you have hired yoga instructors. I have
12 amazing
12
instructors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 5 classes a day, starting at 6:45,
Wow.
8, 9:30, 11, 6 p.m.
Okay.
We may add a 7:30 down the road. And I'm also open Saturday, Sunday, 8 and 9:30. So I have these fabulous instructors. They came from other yoga studios, and they're really good, and they're passionate about it. A lot of good energy with them.
It's one of those things where there is not. It's not possible. I don't think to have a negative out of a yoga
experience. No, it's personal. It's not competitive. It's your personal journey. It's not about competing or being perfect. It's about you and the mat and the instructor and mind, body, spirit. It could go with any sport that you play. Like right now I'm doing the US Open. Pickleball is happening now.
Oh, so, pickleball. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm offering a deal to pickleball people for stretching, for their sport. It's nearby. So
I say that because Tim is dodging me in a pickleball match. He thinks because he played a little bit last night. And,
he thinks this guy here honestly actually thinks he can beat me in pickleball. I'm like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Oh, you're dodging me. That's our mystery guest, trying to park.
I think we've got
that's our mystery guest.
Is it the mystery guest driving up in a? I know who it is. It's driving up in that.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah. Well,
who is it?
I don't know.
What letter does it start with?
B.
Nope.
Okay, wrong. So Patrick. I mean, this guy. If you were to see him walk across the floor right now, you know he's not going to beat me in pickleball.
Oh, we'll see.
So tomorrow at 10 a.m. we're supposed to do it.
Take a yoga class. You'll get better at it.
Yoga class.
Stretch out a little bit.
I like the, what is it, the child position or the
child's pose.
Child's pose.
Just lay there like that. You'll be better.
Just lay there and I'm usually like a slug on the water. I'm just like, what the heck? I'm just like laying there on the floor and I'm just But like I said, I don't think there's really a negative to what you can get with it.
But
it's good.
Mystery guest coming in the studio.
Oh,
we won't give it away yet.
Won't give it away. I think he's going in live, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's not gonna be. Maybe. Do you want to go with the cam?
We can go with the cam.
With the cam coming in.
We
got the handy cam coming in.
Mystery guest coming in.
Mystery guest.
Get that cabbage, son, Joe Pavich.
Joe Pavich. Live handy cam coming in. Look at this.
Morning, Joe.
Coming in hot.
Look
at that. Looking dapper today,
Big
buddy.
Money coming. Always. When have you not seen Joe Pavich dapper?
You got some showings. You got some real estate going on. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we appreciate it, brother. Always good to see you. And great. But, it's
have you ever done yoga, Joe? No?
I think we need to get let's do a
live. We'll go in there and do a session.
Can we do that? We do it there live.
Maybe Blake.
We get a whole group of us. Get a good instructor. We bring a couple cameras. That could get scary.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
But it gets your mind right too, though, right? Let's
mind, body,
what are
soul.
The benefits?
Mental clarity.
Yeah. What are the benefits? Yeah. Let's talk about the benefits.
So infrared and working out under extreme conditions and staying focused, you take that with you off the mat. It gives you mental clarity, stamina. It's really good for everything. Yoga begins when you leave the mat. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Mike Esposito said championships in East Naples. There's like 50,000
pickleball championship, right?
Yeah. Coming here. Yeah, so.
Really? 50,000 people?
It's a big event. It's like I think we got the championship.
6,000 followers.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
And then you have an event with Naples City Lifestyle, too, coming up, if I'm not correct. I saw you on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit. Shout out to Greg Dodge, Naples City Lifestyle.
Greg. Yeah, I was honored to be asked to be on the cover of the women's issue.
Wow.
And we're having a private event May 1st, and then May 13th, another event for that. So, I was with some great ladies, a lot of business owners. I represent Torch and the Naples Brunch Club. So
how'd you get hooked up with Greg?
Greg, through just moving here and
another
going
Pennsylvania
to events and,
Philly guy.
Yeah, he's quite a connector.
Oh yeah, he's the connections guy.
Greg
we're actually going to be doing the Kentucky Derby, Naples City Lifestyle Kentucky Derby party on Saturday at the kitchen.
And we're doing one at the Inn on Fifth, my Naples Brunch Club. But Greg and I are also working together to raise money for Mary.
Yeah, we're actually donating a package to the silent auction too. So we're trying to help out with that as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's good. Let's talk a little bit about
Patrick Dearborn in the house.
Patrick Dearborn?
Yeah.
He's in the house on the chat. I thought you were talking about here.
No, we only have one top realtor in the studio today. His name is Joe Pavage.
That's it. What do we got? So you might not know, but he's got like a super huge man crush on really both of these guys, Pat Dearborn and Joe Pavage. So we have a little bit of competition on Friday afternoons or Friday show. He can't say the word Pat Dearborn, so he'll be saying it many times between now and then.
It's a sign of respect.
Yeah,
and we do respect Pat Dearborn because I respect that son of a gun a lot more the other day because he was in a cold plunge.
I saw that.
He was 47 degrees.
45.
45. And I was in it for like 9 minutes. He had been in it for like probably 15.
And then
to top it all off,
goes underwater.
This guy goes underwater. He goes down for a minute. I can't even hold my breath for a minute.
Yeah, that's
and then
impressive.
in the cold water. He is
then knocked out about 100 push-ups.
Well, I don't know about 100, but he probably knocked out a few. But I don't know about 100. Come on now.
You got to dramatize it a
little bit. Yeah, my guys. Yeah, here we go.
Yes,
but yeah, let's do that. Let's do that yoga day over there.
Welcome. Come to the studio. Set you up. I'm going to start live streaming classes too.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Very good. And we get off the track real easy. My apologies.
We'll have fun with it.
We want to make this fun, right? Yeah. So real quick, mental illness and, just the mind itself. How do you think yoga maybe currently and in the future can really impact that?
I feel like the breath. They say if you can breathe, you can do yoga. So our breath is a very powerful tool that we all have available to us. Our body and mind is self-healing. If you could just learn to breathe, it's an ujjayi breath. It's from your deep down, like way deep down, to like babies breathe and their belly moves up and down. None of us breathe that way. But if we tapped into that and learn to breathe and self-heal, and that's what you do with yoga. You breath with movement. Mm-hmm. So that is ever so healing for your mind. It's all about you and focusing and healing of the body and mind. It really is powerful.
Well, and I think it's taking that hour or 45 minutes or half hour, whatever it is, it's taking that time without any distractions and concentrating on yourself and concentrating on what you're doing and discipline a little bit, right?
Yeah,
and just
very much so.
And clearing your mind, I think is like huge, and we don't do it. Like I mean, like I'm running around here. I got a meeting I'm thinking about. I got to go after here. I'm going to do a showing later on. Your mind's always somewhere else. So I think that in itself,
it's a reset. A reset,
mental reset
for your whole system.
Now, how many times a day would you suggest, like a normal person, to do yoga?
An hour a day. But if you meditate and in the morning and take a class later, I mean, who has time for all of that? But
maybe a cold plunge.
Maybe a cold plunge. Throw one in.
We got a couple comments that I just put up. Sometimes I just put it up, but someone said, I'd rather smoke some weed. Well, that's your prerogative, right?
Sam. Well, it's all about what you want to put in your body.
That's what you want to put in your
mind.
But no, in reality, so if you could theoretically do an hour a day, or whatever time you have.
Yes.
I know a guy, he's a comedian, pretty well-known comedian, that he cannot go on stage without taking like about 20 or 30 minutes of meditation time. Yeah. And guys like me are like, that guy's a pussy, a wimp, I should say. That guy, I shouldn't say it in a negative way, but I look at him like, why does he need that? But the reality is, he does need that.
It's powerful. We all need it. Yeah. It's just doing it, taking that time to do it.
Right.
You know?
And I think, like, I just made that comment, didn't mean to say it that way, but I just made that comment, like, sometimes people guys in general, maybe look at yoga as being not so.
No, I have a lot of guys.
Right. So that we got to get past that.
There's some
right?
NFL players that swear by yoga. I know one guy said he cut lifting weights and just did yoga for a whole off season.
Weight?
Yeah.
You're lifting your own body weight.
He's absolutely shredded. He lost a little mass, but just still cut.
Yeah.
So.
And it's good for anti-aging. You get older, you get stiff. You know, like the stretching part of it.
That's why I need to stretch.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big. Really big.
Well, we need to get in there, Tim. I think we should. We'll maybe do a live. Maybe cut out a reel, have some fun. Maybe get Blake and Larry Love, Joe Pavich, Pat Dearborn in there. And
you in, Joe?
You in?
I just want to. I just really need to get this on camera, and we got to get this.
Pat Dearborn's
this documented.
Pat Dearborn's challenge you to a cold plunge challenge, Joe.
we got Joe. Joe's in. He did say it, so we're good. That's our live handy cam.
Yeah.
You know what, Joe? I and Joe's in our studio, and then obviously with Toni here. But I actually did the live plunge for the first time.
Same.
The cold plunge for the first time live.
Have you ever done it?
And it's actually it's great.
Amazing.
The first
and I've made fun of it for years. I thought silliest thing.
So you did it too?
I did it too. And I kid you not, when I got out, incredible rush of energy, mental clarity. It really was amazing.
So that's the opposite of the heat with hot yoga.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about cold.
Yeah.
So both beneficial.
Yeah, I think when you expose your body to something other than the norm for a reasonable amount of time, short period of time, it's going to be that change. But I got out and I was like, I had a little shiver, when I got out, but really it felt really good.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to lie.
Shout out to Sweat
I'm
House
the biggest whip when it
Where
comes
did
to
you
that
do
stuff.
it?
Here in the studio.
Oh.
They brought the Sweat House, brought in 2 cold plunges, and we had everything set up. And
we could probably bring yoga mats here, but I'd like to go down to the studio.
Yeah, we'll got to go down to the studio.
We want to get a look at the studio.
So
we want to be able to do that, and then I think it would be fun for us to really do one. And we could just put it on. We could just go live and put it on, and then you guys can talk us through it. And I think it would be really cool.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And one more time, go ahead and plug the studio and where they can find you.
Torch Hot Yoga, www.torchhotyogastudio.com is the website. I'm on Instagram, Torch Hot Yoga, and I'm located on Bayshore, 2740 Bayshore Drive.
2740 Bayshore Drive.
Unit 14.
Yes.
And get in on the Founders Special. It's only $119 unlimited just until June, and that's a really good deal. Unlimited monthly classes for $119.
We'll get a little flyer. We'll put it up.
Unlimited.
Wow,
yeah,
that's a good deal.
Question on the name of your studio.
Yes.
I mean, you can kind of figure it out, but not totally. But how did you come up with that?
I was trying to think of one short name that implied heat. I thought of Melt, but it sounded like a sandwich shop. I thought about, fire. That's just too whatever. So torch is like you leave there and you get torched.
Now, is it each and every one of them? Is it hot yoga? Or
they're all heated.
They're all heated.
Some are more heated than others. Tuesday, Thursday at 9:30 is a Bikram class, and that gets up to 105. So it's pretty hot.
Yeah. Now, what do you do if you actually have a heater there, or how does it work?
We have infrared
panels. Okay. Just want to get an idea of how that's going to be set up. We don't know fireplaces or anything.
No, we have really cool lighting.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm anxious to check
beautiful.
it out. Yeah, I'm anxious to check it out. Nice Jake could make it. I'm glad he's here at 8:30. Good job, Jake. I'm going to have to tell your mom. Traffic's bad. Yeah.
It's not season anymore. I can't blame traffic.
Jake Scuderi in the house. No, got you there, Jake. Thank you so much for coming on.
You,
we like to joke around. We like to have fun. And I'm glad you played with it.
Yeah. We're going to come out there.
Thank you.
The funny thing is she just she sat down in like literally 30 seconds.
Ready to go. True professional.
We're in the show. But
we appreciate you having it in the community as well.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toni.
Great. Yeah. That was good, man. I'll tell you what. I can't wait. That's going to be an awesome event.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Do that.
We'll do it.
I'm anxious to see Joe if he can get into, Joe. I'm not sure. You yoga guy, Joe?
Hop on, Joe.
I don't know.
Time is money.
I guess we can ask him those questions here in a little bit.
Tag Joe.
Yeah, we'll do it anytime. You're always welcome. We love it.
Always welcome.
We're a little bit off the cuff, so we kind of like to keep it fun.
What's up, fellas?
We don't take life too serious.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, good to see you.
Sir, how are you doing?
Good,
we got
good.
Joe in the house. Joe, welcome to the studio. Looking good today.
Up?
You can put your headsets on.
All right, man. Let's do this.
Do that. We got Joe. Can you hear us, Joe?
I can.
All right.
Perfect. This is nice
setup
setup
tag
here.
the people in. Yeah, is this your first time in the studio?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Last time Joe hit us up from some Starbucks, and as he's talking to us live, he's shaking hands, kissing babies out there, trying to sell homes.
The mayor.
I mean,
Pat Dearborn's the mayor of Freedomtown, Naples. Joe Pavich is the mayor of Estero Lee County.
He's got Estero locked down.
You are the guy.
He's got billboards all over the place.
Billboards.
One of those.
Guys moving units.
This is like a dermatologist office in here. You got a waiting room, people waiting.
We love it.
Show. I mean, this is a big deal.
Hold on, wait.
We got cold plunges.
I want to do a little, just a quick live, and give a big wave there. Jake, you're on live. So yeah, we got and
the waiting room.
It's great. This is a waiting room, and we were really going to cover these windows, but we want to know if someone's going to crash through our studio. So, but it's kind of nice to be able to see what's going on out there. Yeah, it makes it.
See who's coming in.
Sweet setup, though. I feel like I'm on the Joe Rogan show. I mean,
it's better. It's better than Joe Rogan.
A little more fun than Joe Rogan.
Please put your.
You got to check out the podcast studio.
Good morning,
next door,
Kevin. Yeah. We got a lot of people on today.
Morning, Kev.
Yeah, Mom's on.
Morning.
Estero is changing for the good.
Estero's pretty nice. Bonita's changing for the good, right? Bonita.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's the real estate market like?
Real estate market right now is a little bit of a weird season.
Yeah.
A lot of people left without buying, but car carriers are leaving.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a busier off season this year than it was season. Things will start to get better, more optimistic. Homes are selling. But right now, real estate is interesting because there's these niches, right? Some developments sell very well. Others don't. That's the way it goes. That's the way real estate's always been. But I think it's going to be busy. I mean, rates might start to come down. Positivity in the economy will help that. So,
do you see home prices dropping anymore, or is this kind of bottomed out?
It depends. It's getting pretty close to the bottom out
because I went on Zillow the other day, and just about every home for sale had a price cut on there.
Yeah, it's all dependent on how many homes are listed in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So if everybody's trying to get $1 million, it's not worth $1 million, right? It might be worth 800 or whatever. So you start to see people come down into a price point, and then those start to sell. And then every other seller on the market goes, oh, well, my home's worth more than that. We're not letting it go for that. But 3 comparable sales create a market. One might not. That could be a low sale. But if they're just sitting there at a higher price, they just sit.
Yeah, and then you get the one guy that sells a little bit higher than maybe he should have.
Yeah.
And then your neighbor, the guy that's wanting the list, he's like, I'm not dropping my price. He sold his house for $1 million. My floor, I got this floor, I got that floor, I got these countertops. I'm like, listen. I'll give you an example. I've got a place right now in one of the communities, and they've got 38 homes for sale in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 38 homes, and I try to explain to the seller, I'm like, listen, if I go to the Chevy dealership right now, and they've got 38 white Tahoes, and or even different colors, I'm not going to be able to get sticker. People are going to be able to.
They're going to take a loss.
Yeah,
they're going to take a loss. You know the line, right? Car dealership.
Yeah,
we're losing money.
We're losing money. We're losing money.
But, losing money on this deal.
And the thing is, a lot of these people bought, back when they were, $200,000 or $300,000. So they want to get that $1 million, get either out of town or do something else with it. But the reality is, it's probably looking at $6, $7, $8. $100,000.
We don't need to sell, right? That's a common thing in real estate. We don't need to sell. Well, not your market.
We got that too.
It's not your market.
Yeah.
Rent it out.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim, if you're having a hard time selling anything, just call Joe.
Joe's on it.
He'll sell it.
Yeah.
He'll sell it for you. Bringing a tank, he'll sell the thing.
Yeah,
he's got a couple. He's got a couple of my.
That's a good.
Bringing a tank.
My God, look at the Joe Pat. Boy, he's sharp as a whip.
Yeah, you guys.
Wow.
You guys know all those movies and all these
skits and.
Yeah.
That's impressive, Joe. Not many people would have gotten that. Wow.
What was it?
Jerky
Remember
Boys.
The Jerky Boys?
Yeah.
It was
Bring
jerky.
a tank,
Bring
I'll
it.
sell it.
I'll sell that. thing.
He knows.
I'll sell anything. I'm silly.
I'm good like that.
These guys.
That's why we could do
a
Let's see what we got. If you guys got any questions for Joe Babich,
let me tag Sab, because I thought me and Sab were the only people that appreciated the
Mike
Jerky
Esposito
boys.
only coming out with some good questions. Is it true as rates go down, home prices go up?
Mike, word. True.
Word up?
Yeah.
Word.
You got to go see Mike Esposito's the managing partner at the Fort Myers Outback Steakhouse. Been with Outback for probably 30 years, Mike. So if you ever go up there, go see Mike Esposito. Take good care of you.
That all depends, though, what market you're in. Because if you're in a development that people are financing more homes, sounds like maybe the one you're talking about where there's 35 homes, it's probably a younger development, I would think. So the rates will affect those more than they will, for example, maybe in Pine Ridge Estates or Port Royal or the Moorings in Pelican Bay. But, a lot
of cash deals.
Yeah, a lot of cash deals.
Yeah. Or they finance themselves or their buddy they've got all kinds of creative financing. But yeah, what it does, it moves, financing when the prices and terms come down, it motivates people to move. But the big question is what's really the number? I mean, it's been extremely low over the last 10 years up to the last few years, right? So people don't really know that, hey, listen, 7s, 8s, those are probably where, people were buying them. I remember the times when they were 18, 19%.
Yeah.
Before my day, but I've been told about them. But yeah, so it's just, I think right now with a lot of inventory, and when you have a lot of inventory, supply and demand, people have choices, and it's going from a seller's market to a buyer's market, in my opinion.
And all my realtor people out there could appreciate this, because a lot of sellers out there are still not sellers. Just take them off the market.
Yeah. No.
The home's listed at, let's just say $1 million. You bring them an offer for $850. They just decline the offer. 800 might be the market.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Selling at $850, they might be doing pretty well, because they're still probably high. And I'm not saying $850 might be the right price, but I'm just using that for example. You bring an offer and they decline it. It's like, I got a cash deal right here in the off season. Take it. Right. Consider it. At least consider it.
Right.
There's a lot of realtors out there, though, and I think the biggest thing
is only like 9,000, I think, right?
14,000.
Well, he's
only about.
You got Lee County,
20 that
throwing in there too. Is that, or are you just
talking? I'm talking.
Southwest Florida. That's a lot.
14,000 in Southwest Florida, Collier and Lee County.
Yeah. But it all relates to the original listing appointment with someone. Because if I meet with you, Pat, and I say, Pat, it might take a while to sell. We're going to list at $1 million, but I would rely on a number maybe 15%, maybe even 20% less. I want you to understand going into it, it's not going to sell for $1 million. Other agents don't say that to their sellers. They say, well, let's list it at $1 million and see what happens.
Just to get the listing.
Yeah. Now they get an offer for $950 and they're insulted. So that's the biggest thing today. If you set the tone in the beginning, the seller has to determine if they want to put that house on the market or just leave it off.
Sure.
And if all those people would just leave them off the market, the supply wouldn't be so high. Because there's probably 25% of the people, maybe even more, are probably priced too high still. Get those off the market.
We need to do like Bravo had the $1 million listing in L.A. We need to do one in Naples.
Let's
Joe Pavich, Patrick Dearborn.
Amen. Let's go.
That's good.
That'd be a hit.
I like it. Jika says Joe is elegant and calm.
Relax, Mom. Relax.
So that means like we're like way too spaz.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I get excited about it.
Joe's
very good at
that.
Thank you.
It's that 7-Eleven coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily trying to be funny here, which usually I am, but I saw you doing an open house a couple weeks ago. It's been a while since you did an open house, because you probably didn't need to do them a couple years ago. Things were just selling.
Yeah.
So it's kind of changed up a little bit.
I tagged you yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, I did one yesterday. I tagged you.
Oh, okay.
Because remember last time you said tag me.
Yeah,
so
okay. I appreciate it, because the week before you were making pasta at the open house if needed.
I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever. Yeah. But I still do them.
Yeah.
I still do them. There's those listings that are new to the market, and open houses work great with new listings and price reductions. So if I drop the price Wednesday and do an open house Sunday, the buyers that see that house online, they look at it and go, oh, I better get a look at this thing before it sells, because it might sell by the time the weekend comes. Mm-hmm. So that does put a little bit of pressure on them. Now, if you have a listing like, it seems like the one you have, 35 listings.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time sitting in an open house. If it's not priced, well.
And it's right there. And my seller's really good. And just one example, it's priced right, but there's other very good options that are at the same price. So in other words, it might not show as good as another house. So the buyers are like, showing that they like the other one. So and the seller's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's happening? What's happening? I go, you got everything in the right spots. It's just going to have to take the right person to come in and look at the house. So
I have a listing right now, and I have a listing like that where I've had 50 inquiries in this thing in a down market, like literally in the past 8 months. Yeah. They've probably only shown it 15 times. They don't want showings, but they want it sold. Yeah,
that makes it job very tough.
Real estate's not, what it looks like.
It's not as glamorous as you and Patrick Dearborn make it.
We make it look good.
You make it look good. You make it look easy, but
it's frustrating. It's frustrating because you're doing everything you can, and sometimes you don't get all that cooperation. Hey, that reminds me, we need to pay the bills, buddy. We need to go over some of our. When we'll get right back, we got to go over some.
We do got to pay some bills. I thought I owed you some money or something.
Well, that would be the norm. But let's I kind of want to go over and the man, the myth, the legend. We always want to make sure we take care of our guy Blake Becker. He's always there for us. And let's go ahead and talk about Becker Custom Homes.
All right, guys, let's give a big shout out to our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Big one out to...
Shout out Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker making moves. I know he's got a jam-packed day today, all week. Yeah. Remodeling homes all over Southwest Florida. Have you used Blake yet, Joe?
I have not.
You got to.
But I'm going to.
Yeah, Becker.
This show is brought to you by Vanguard.
Another one. We got a little Vanguard partners, so we're going to make sure we get them in. Always a good one to jump
Bryce
on.
Lawrence.
Yeah, This show is brought to you by Vanguard Partners, a consulting agency built for service-based business owners. If you've been giving away control of your success to marketing agencies, coaches, or even your accountant, it's time to take it back. Vanguard Partners was founded by Bryce, a business owner who owns 3 service-based companies himself. He'll teach you how to generate your own leads, create offers customers actually want, and manage your cash, percentages, and key performance indicators so you're not stuck guessing what's next. Visit Now Trade Money Biz Profit to book a free call and get your business back on track.
Listen, for those of you who have not seen, Bryce does an unbelievable job, helps out with Huffman Speaks. We've had him on the show. We'll get him back on again.
Yeah.
Listen, scan. If you own a business, you want to really improve, he will take your bottom line down about 10%. So we definitely want to make sure you get there and give Bryce some love and a lot of support. Just do a call with him and see what he can do to help your business
I know
out.
A couple people go see Bryce and have had great results. So,
yeah, Bryce is a real good, solid guy. He comes on, helps us out.
Yeah, heck of a fighter too. Ex MMA fighter.
Yeah. I mean, so he doesn't mess around.
Kick your butt.
Definitely. Yeah, I know he would. I'm not gonna lie, but I know I'm gonna kick your butt. And,
pickleball, whatever.
Yeah, and then let's talk a little bit about TC Clinics and
T Clinics. Love T Clinics. Naviva Weight Loss.
T Clinics. Yep.
We love Jeff Delaney. Jeff Delaney's our guy. He's got the Waste to Wellness podcast here at Studio 239 with Francesca Skirbo. New episode coming this week, and big fan of T Clinics. I'm on the program. Just got to get the gym a little bit more, but definitely notice a change in my energy, mind, mood, and Naviva Weight Loss. Top place to go to lose weight. Again, a lot of, I don't want to violate anyone's HIPAA laws, but I know about a half dozen people who are clients, T Clinics or Naviva Weight Loss, and amazing results and success.
the weight loss?
I'm not doing the weight loss. Yeah, I am. I'm going to jump on the weight loss here shortly, but I started the T clinics about last month, and definitely you see me at least going to the gym 9:30 whenever I can get in at night, and can't say enough good things. Top-notch facility. You see the skit that we did there?
I did.
Yeah.
That was great.
Pretty funny, right? Yeah. We're going to do a part 2 with Conservative and a couple other people here in the next week or two as well. So can't say enough great things about Jeff Delaney. Jeff Delaney is one of those people. Call, he answers. He's helped out our podcast, Politic and Jira, Larry Love. Obviously, he's sponsoring the 239 Live. He sponsored our live podcast. So big fan of Jeff Delaney. T Clinics.
Well, you look great, by the way. Looking pretty shredded.
I don't know about that, but definitely look better than I did a month ago. Definitely feel better than I did a month ago. In all seriousness, so
I did see your ass getting in that hot tub the other day, or the cold plunge the other day. I looked at myself, Joe.
I know.
I mean, Joe's in good shape, right?
I just can't get
Patricia,
off the sweets.
Big shout out to Patricia, handsome man, but I saw myself getting in the cold plunge the other day, and I'm like, holy crap.
I know.
I'm a chunky monkey.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
So is this drink here, is this courtesy of TC?
T Clinics? No. And a couple weeks ago, I had a Coke or a Dr. Pepper, so I'm trying to switch up. I got a water in there with a sugar-free powder.
Nice.
Yeah,
I thought you threw the old Jolly Rancher in there.
No. I'm going healthy. We skipped donuts this morning. Had a banana instead. Had oatmeal. So trying, Joe. I'm trying to look like you and Pat Dearborn. You know, I'm trying to elevate my game.
Great.
Picks for proof. John Huffman in the house.
Morning, John.
What's up, John?
Missed you. For proof, Pat.
Got to get Huffman in the next cold plunge challenge.
Yeah, we got to see if he can hang. I don't know if Huffman can.
Huffman does it. He can hang.
Oh, I know, but you got to understand, like, it's a mental game. You got to get these guys. You got to throw a little crap at them and see if they can, really hang.
Yeah, like pickleball.
Yeah,
let's roll into it. Let's finish paying these bills.
Yeah, let's go.
Paradise Lights, holiday and outdoor lighting. Already got him hooked up with Lois. He's doing the giveaway for a veteran. I think he's actually doing a couple giveaways for veterans for Memorial Day. Do not just Christmas lights and any kind of indoor, outdoor, landscape lights. Corey Adams, big shout out to them. Paradise Lights, holiday and outdoor lighting. Give Corey a call for a free consultation.
Yes, and one thing I wanted to mention, though, Paradise Lights is not just for holidays. It's for your whole outdoor needs. Really important to give them a call and, hey, make your house look good. I think that's a big thing as well when you want to go to sell.
Nothing like pulling up to your house at night and seeing all the lights on.
Oh, yeah. Make it shine. Yeah,
it's great.
I'll tell you a good Christmas light story. So last year for Christmas, everybody starts putting their lights up.
Sure.
So I meet with someone, not them, but maybe I will.
Yeah, you go.
So he says, how many lights do you want? So I said, let's go out into the street. So I stepped back and I looked like this and I said, more than him. I want more than my neighbor.
That's what you got to do,
like
man. Competition.
And then the other neighbor said, I want more than these two guys. And then they kept doing that.
Was this
now we got a competition on the street who's got the best Christmas lights.
Was this in Victoria Park?
No.
Because they got a lot of Christmas lights. I think if you go up to the freaking space, you can see Victoria Park during Christmas season.
Without a doubt.
I'll tell you, that's like, you order Uber Eats, for the Christmas month, and it takes them 4 hours to get to your house. It's crazy in there.
Let me tell you something. That's a true story because we got invited to go to someone's house at Victoria Park. It was like a Saturday, and we tried to get in there at 6:30, and it was like 10 o'clock. I said, I give up. We're not getting in. It was like 3.5 hours. It was like getting out of an NFL game, when you're just stuck in the parking lot.
Going nowhere.
Insane. I could imagine living in there. I mean, it's got to be absolute chaos trying to get it in and out as a resident.
Well, people, I think there's a lot of people that love that, but I think there's some people
a little nuisance too,
Yeah. John Huffman says, Joe, as long as we stay lean as men in our 40s, we can eat sweets.
That's right, John.
Little workout with that.
Yeah.
Little workout that. John's got it. Real quick, let's go back over to Self-Fit. Let's talk a little bit about Self-Fit. I've been on this Self-Fit plan for it's been about 20 days. Go to getselffit.com. Everybody asks me, hey, what does it do? It gives you energy, gives you a lot of motivation. And basically, it supercharges you and gives you an opportunity. I'm going to show you what the bottle looks like here, and let's take a look at it. We got a little self-fit up here now. Go with a live cam. It's a little bottle. Comes with a pill. Take one every day, and it's been good. It's been good. Yeah. So can't complain.
Nice.
Yeah. I know Patrick's tried it, and he's been on it a little bit too.
Absolutely.
So after he drinks his coffee, he swishes down a self-fit. And then, so we got it.
Yeah, shout out to Michelle, self-fit, available at Seated Table.
Yeah, Seated Table. And also, we have just a few more.
Clean and Seal.
Great ads to go. Clean and Seal.
Curb Appeal, Clean and Seal Curb Appeal. Big shout out to my guy, Kevin Wilkinson. Elevate the elegance of your home with Clean and Seal Curb Appeal. Premier brick paver sealing enhances color, adds lasting protection, and delivers a polished, upscale finish. Clean and Seal, bringing timeless curb appeal to your home. You got to give them a shout, Kevin Wilkinson, Joe, if you need.
I will.
Hey, and he covers Southwest Florida, but he's primarily located in the Estero, Fort Myers area.
Nice.
So
Great.
He's in your neck of the woods. So
and we get the real estate man here.
Kevin a shot.
How important is curb appeal in real estate?
Big time.
And it's cheap, right? For the most part.
Well,
pressure wash, driveway, trim up, make it look good.
First thing you notice.
People roll in.
Yeah. If your curb's not clean, how are you gonna? So it's like going into a restaurant. You go, into a bathroom, or you walk in the hostess stand. Floor's dirty.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to eat at that restaurant? No. So got to keep that curb clean.
That's right.
And the reality is, something like that, when you're going to sell your home, it's reasonable, right? You get the pressure wash done, you get some painting done, driveways, ceiling, things like that. Those things are things that you can knock out for less. I have these people will call me and say, I'm going to put in a whole new kitchen. I want to, paint the garage floor. I want to do all this stuff. Listen, you might want to just wait on that. Let's see what we got going here. Spend your money on things that people will look at,
right.
Shrubbery, when they first walk in, because I've had people roll up to listing and they just said, yeah, we just didn't like it. We didn't even go inside.
Yeah.
Well, they want to save their money sometimes, the sellers, and they don't do that, so they do it themselves. You ever seen a driveway pressure washed by an owner where it's got the clean cuts to the driveway? It looks even worse. You're better off leaving it dirty.
Yeah.
You got to hire a price. I like the name Curb Appeal.
That's great name.
That's pretty good. Good name.
Give my guy Kevin Wilkinson a shout. Curb and Seal, Clean and Seal Curb Appeal.
Clean and Seal.
Clean and Seal.
Yeah, you get a little song effect.
We're going to do a little jingle. Yeah, we're actually working on that.
Appeal.
Yeah, I got to connect you with Kev.
Yeah, that's big. So what else is going on? You guys, I know you guys want to have a minute to talk a little bit about some hip hop.
You took the words out of my mouth, Tim.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Absolutely. Any opportunity I get to talk hip hop is a good morning. What's on the playlist today, Joe? Because Joe, he'll text me 5 a.m., 6 a.m. hip hop song a day. Sometimes late at night, we'll talk hip hop. We'll debate what's a better movie, Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood. We love hip hop, Tim.
Hey, listen, I listened to a little bit of it. I'm not like
Stillmatic, Nas, classic.
We'll see if we get a copyright on it, but we'll see.
Yeah, coming out with some heat. Ether. This is one of the greatest diss songs of all time, Tim. It's called Ether.
Ether?
Stuff that make your soul burn.
I go back to my hip hop goes back to LL Cool J.
Yeah, so let me.
I'm bad.
Ether basically put Nas back on the map and absolutely destroyed Jay-Z.
He did.
Love Nas. Greatest rapper alive.
Nas?
Yeah, the greatest rapper alive, in my opinion. Some will say Eminem. Some will say, alive. Again, Tupac and Biggie are dead. So
yeah, there you go.
Nas.
Lois, good morning.
Got her tooth pulled. Sorry to hear about. That chipped at the studio last week, didn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it did at the studio. Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about
Joe Pavich's top 5 rappers of all time. Go.
Nas, Biggie,
P. Diddy.
No.
Tim, you can't help yourself.
A couple of years ago, I would have said, one of the ones that were tied up in the whole thing. I would have used Jay-Z. I would have threw Jay-Z in there. So you can't.
I think he's,
What do you think's up with Jay-Z? You think he's all involved, tightened up?
No.
No.
With
allegedly?
What? Did he? I mean,
like
that whole thing
else,
is kind of.
You know what's really kind of messed up though, because I've got a lot of buddies that have gotten jammed up in the past, and just because they did things that weren't doing the right thing, doesn't mean I'm doing it.
Well, it's
that's right.
So you got to really be careful before you.
But if if you've been friends with someone for 30, you probably know what kind of is going on. But again, this Diddy stuff, we'll see what comes out. But I don't know. I have my own opinion on that.
But I gotta go. Yep. Nas, Biggie, Eminem.
Okay.
Rakim. I put Rakim.
Yeah, Rakim got him.
And
no Tupac.
No,
not a big Pac guy.
No,
huh?
Not a big Pac guy.
What about Ice Cube?
No.
LL?
No.
What about 50 Cent?
I don't want to say because his lyrics ain't the greatest.
No,
but I do like Eazy-E. I got just
Easy.
because of
you know who wrote all of Eazy-E's stuff?
No,
Ice Cube.
He did
all his songs. Yeah, basically up until he left Ruthless Records. But
when we get Jake on, we'll ask him too a little bit what's happening. We're gonna have him on
hip hop. Big hip hop guy, Jake. A little bit more of a rock guy. Okay. Yeah, we. Actually, we should go. Wu-Tang is doing the final tour, I think, and they'll be in Tampa in June or July. Yeah. Maybe we'll make a road trip.
Got some new jams out here. Have you seen this one here?
What, the recent hip hop,
yeah,
new hip hop?
right
I just can't get into new hip hop.
No, this.
Oh yeah, well, wow, you're really
Wu-Tang
going.
Clan.
Yeah, you a big Wu-Tang guy, Tim?
I know of them.
Can you name 3 members of the Wu-Tang?
Hell
Clan?
no.
You can't name 3 members of the Wu-Tang? Method Man, Raekwon, Ghostface, RZA.
No,
old dirty bastard.
I used to put all the people in jail that used to listen to Wu-Tang Clan. That's how that's my connection.
Sounds like profile.
Rap profile.
Yeah, rap profile.
He can name all the members of Journey, though. I bet you they can.
Tim can't name all his members of his family. He's lost his marbles.
I have lost my marbles a little bit, Joe. I'm not going to lie to you.
All right, we don't want to lose too much of the audience.
That's good, though.
Talking hip-hop. Any chance we get talking hip-hop, we try to do. Mark Fiola, shout out Mark Fiola.
You got a question?
What's your thoughts on the communities east of Ben Hill, Griffin, and Estero? Is that area going up?
Yeah, that area is building up for sure. A lot of new developments coming up out that way.
There you go. Sorry.
Ben Hill is a great area, obviously, but east of that, I think it's what he's referring to. Yeah, that's an up and coming area.
Yeah, and that used to be like way out, but they've got a lot of cool things going on around. Obviously, with the arena and FGCU.
That is a cool area.
A place called Twin Peaks. Never been there too much.
What's that?
But yeah, that's
heard of it.
A good place up there. And then the was it Backyard Social?
Yeah,
that's a
spot.
Neat place.
Have you been to Sugar Shack?
I have not.
Oh,
I've not.
Sugar Shack rocks, man. That's
Sugar
good.
Shack's a cool spot. Yeah, shout out
Great
to Gary
spot.
Rudd. Yeah.
Really
helping Bonita too, getting that approved and built out there. Downtown Bonita's kind of really getting a makeover.
Yeah, it really is.
I think Bonita's one of the up and coming areas in not only Southwest Florida but all of Florida.
I've been trying to go to that spot, but we baseball after work. Then we got baseball, volleyball. It's crazy now that we're getting close to that season ending. Sugar Shack. I'm gonna
Sugar Shack.
Morning, Sab. You missed it. I did a random Jerky Boys reference. Didn't say it was Jerky Boys, and Joe knew what it was because me and Sab appreciate the Jerky Boys. What's your favorite Jerky Boys skit of all time?
Jerky Boys.
What comes to mind?
The car salesman.
Yeah, the auto mechanic one is. Yeah.
That's a good. The auto mechanic's great. The car salesman's great.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive that far.
Yeah, right.
Upstate.
2 hours. Hey, I had a little problems down there with my boss.
My boss.
Is that you're trying to stump me, Sab? Yancey Dickman. That's a good one. Wide receiver.
Yes.
Steelers.
So
man.
we got to go back real quick to that. Let me go back to this one slide. We have a game we play here.
We've kind of changed it. We've kind of tuned it a little bit.
This says music trivia, but let's do this. Music trivia or NFL football player that has currently played. We'll let Jake throw one in here too, but that has currently plays, I guess, or
doesn't have to play
95 and above. Pat Jira will go ahead and tell you what college he played on. So if you got a football player,
Yancey Thigpen's a good one. Man, he was a late round pick of the Steelers, like 93, 94. But I'm drawing a blank. So we're gonna owe Sab two.
Sab?
Yeah, 2 shooting sessions or a shooting session and a shirt. We got to get that for your dad, Seb.
Yeah, look at that.
We got to come to Outback. We're going to do a food review at Outback here. Probably not this week, but next week, Seb. We're going to get there and bring a shirt for your dad, and you're going to get a free shooting session at the Alamo.
So what's this air horn for? This is for Sab. That's for Sab. Yeah. Sab gets it. Free shooting session from Kerry Scott over at the Alamo, the GM. That's a good one. Or a shirt. We got to get the I got to let Nick. We got good friends with John and also Dave. He said that we failed to mention him last week after he won, so he does.
But I went back and he mentioned a player that played for like half a year basically, and then played in NFL Europe. Probably a buddy, high school buddy, but whatever. We'll give it to him because we got some gift cards and some shirts.
Yeah, we got to get those out too.
Sab says Joe Pavich the GOAT.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, and then let's see, 1,000 chickens. So
that's a Jerky Boy skit. Remember the 1,000 chickens trilogy?
I get all those. I don't know if you guys got some.
I know we got inside jokes.
No, it's good that you have that. I'm glad you did that.
Winston-Salem, that's a good one, Sab.
When you were going through your hip hop days, I was like working, doing stuff.
I don't know what that means, but it's too busy running out.
You were running around doing your.
We were driving around listening to rap music. He was working.
Yeah,
that's what he's trying to say. Pat, I got it.
Yeah, Pat just pauses and stares.
Let me ask you a serious question. I don't know if you can answer this or not.
Of course.
As a police officer on the street, if you had someone just blaring hip hop and hardcore hip hop, would you be more inclined to kind of, all right, these guys? I know that's a very touchy and dangerous.
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying, would I rap music profile? The answer is no.
Yeah.
Back when I was patrolling and out in the streets in the gang unit, I mean, every car had thumping music.
Yeah.
And, we used to know who, believe it or not, if you do law enforcement in a particular area for a period of time, you actually get to know who's driving what they're driving. Yeah. So, no.
I'm not wording the question correctly.
I know what you're saying. It would make you look that direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it would
bring a little more attention.
And I will tell you that gang members early on, they used to really identify themselves. They used to have the tats. They used to have the colors. They had the bandanas. But what happened with that, and you can kind of see some evidence of that now with the deportations, right? When you bring light and you bring attention to yourself as a gang member, by law enforcement, by the community, people are going to work hard to get you booted out of there. So gangs in general have really kind of gone underground, and they operate underground more as in the narcotics world, more as the crime world, as at a lower profile.
Yeah, well.
Good question, though.
Yeah.
Colors.
Good question.
Because if something happened to be in the car, seatbelts on, stopping at the lights, music's down, you would.
Well, I did tell you the story. I did tell you a story, and Joe didn't hear this one, but good morning, Lewis. Great day on Friday. That was awesome. Can't wait to do another one.
Renato, Sweat House. We're lining up another one. I had a lot of people hit me up over the weekend that want to be involved in the next one. Larry Love actually says he'll get in for charity. So we got Larry Love, a couple other people working on the mention. Trying to get Joe Pavich in the cold plunge. You wouldn't do it? You don't want to get the hair wet?
No.
No? Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. You got me that day for sure.
So,
well, Pat, see, the thing was with those guys, Blake and Pat, they'd freeze at that before they let each other win.
1,000%. That's what we were worried about.
Yeah.
No, we did, and we did. We had to say that's where it went underwater.
These guys
they would stay in there all day. Someone would have to die to tap out. That's how competitive those guys are.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and I love
that's kind of scary. But no, to answer your question is, one day I'm driving down the road and I'm in my unmarked patrol car or my work car, and I'm driving. It's a Ford Explorer, unmarked but marked in a way.
Yeah,
everybody knows I have Fords. So I look over and I see this guy he's smoking a bowl and this girl, and they're passing it back and forth and doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
What's a bowl?
Bowl is I know you know very
for
well.
The uneducated.
Yeah. It's a pipe.
Okay.
So I go ahead and initiate a traffic stop. I get them out. We end up making a couple arrests, possession of marijuana. Well, the one girl pled, or the one guy pled. The girl went to court, and when I go to court, the attorney goes, "Is there any other substance that could be smoked in a marijuana-looking pipe or this type of pipe?" And I'm, in front of a jury, I have to say, yeah, there is. I mean,
smoke anything, right?
Pretty much smoke anything. And how did you know that this person was smoking marijuana? And I basically said, based on my training experience in law enforcement, that's kind of how it's done.
The
place is like, and I did smell it after I made the arrest.
Right.
So sure enough, there she is coming in hot.
She's gonna drive through the studio in the Wrangler.
These people come.
Don't scratch up Joe's Beamer.
Yeah, right. She's gonna be driving right through the window. Jesus. But yeah, no. So he actually won that case because he went to court because there was some sort of beyond reasonable doubt that it was. But I looked at the attorney Mark after, and I just started laughing. I'm like, you're an ass. But
did his job,
good
right?
question, because when they sell those pipes, I've heard this.
Right.
I don't know for sure, but there's tobacco pipes.
That's
what they're sold for.
Right.
Tobacco.
Yeah.
Tobacco.
Even though
which is not illegal.
No one's putting, most people aren't putting tobacco.
Right.
Besides my grandfather who had the pipe, right? The old.
Yeah. The
which is kind of a cool look, back in the day.
Yeah, like
the pipe.
Pull it off, yeah. Mad Men style.
So it's kind of funny, but yeah. But good question though. But does loud pounding music, does gangster mentality, does
it brings attention.
Brings attention. So when you look over at something, it's kind of like the bright red Corvette speeding down the road. You kind of get a look at it, and you're like, this guy might be speeding.
What if someone pulled up by a cop car and had NWAF the police blaring?
I just kind of
has that ever happened?
Just kind of chuckle. Oh yeah, I've had people I had a kid one time when I was at Naples High School and I was the deputy there. He actually got outside the window, sat outside the window, driving by the Coastland Center Mall, and told me to F off. And I'm like, John, I know who you are, not
John Huffman.
Not John Huffman. I'm like, the kid. I'm like, listen, I picked up the phone. I called his father.
Yeah.
And within like a half an hour, he's
it's usually a punk kid or someone that would do something like
being
that.
A smart ass, but F the police, things like that. I've had so many things.
And we got another question for Joe Pavich. Joe P, do you see the rental market lowering over the next year as far as price goes? I've noticed a slight decline over the last few months. And he's talking about more Collier County.
Sab, I do. Yes. With people can't sell their homes, they put them on the market for rent, and there is a pretty competitive market there as well. It's sometimes people say, let's ask $10,000 a month for our home that might have rented for 4 years ago. Now it rents for $7,000, $6,500, $6,000, whatever it is. Yeah. You could either get the big number up front, 10, say you get 10, right? After 2 months, when they're in there, they're going to say, I'm overpaying. I need to renegotiate my rate, or they default on the lease and just move somewhere else because they can get anything for $10,000 a month. 5, 6, 7 a month. There's a lot. Yeah. Very competitive, Sab.
Percentage wise, how much do you see it dipping as far as the rental?
And the rental market,
aspect,
30%.
You think it drops another 30%, the rental? Okay.
At least 20. I know. Well, the thing is, I don't know if you've been down on Collier Boulevard at Rattlesnake Hammock, Collier, even up by you. I mean, all over Lee County. These huge apartment complexes are coming online.
Yeah. And
every time these come online, the prices of the area drop because, this apartment that rented for $3,400 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath year and a half ago are now going for, $1,800, $1,900.
Yeah.
So hey, Sab, just to clarify that though, the rental market, if there's a lot of homes in that area, like say for example, east of 75 where there's 1 million of them, way down Corkscrew, those might continue to drop because other rentals keep coming up. But if you find something in the 35 to 4,500 range, you're not going to see it drop that much. It's the people that are asking 5, 6, 7 a month. 30% on $7,000 is $2,100.
What about the people looking in the 2,000 to 3,000 range? You think that
no,
it's not going to drop?
No, those ain't dropping.
They're not dropping.
No.
Okay.
There was one apartment complex over by myself, but
the Pearl was like 3,200. I think now they're dropping down to like 20.
I remember because we opened up the Outback there when the Pearl first opened. Yeah, it was well over $3,000 now. You could get in there for
But if you think about it now, if you rented a home at say $4,000 a month, right, a $750,000 house at $4,000 a month, $4,500, that's actually a really great deal if you think about the carrying cost on that home, because it's 7% on $700,000 is about $60,000 a year in payments, right? So $5,000 a month plus taxes plus everything, it's about $7,000 a month to own it. So if you rented it for $4,500, that's a hell of a deal. I can't believe there's anything on the market down here for rent because the rates are so high.
Well, and you know, the thing is too, is I've even told some buyers of mine, I said, if I was you, you know, friends and people that trust in my thing, I said, if I was you, and this was a year or so ago, I'd wait a little bit, because say you spend $25,000 over a year to rent this place for, $2,000, the house is going to drop probably $100,000.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I'm just saying, like, hey, it's going to go from $800,000 to $700,000. And I can tell you that probably we're going to see that drop continue to go down. And then that's a lot of rental years, and some people say, well, you could be making, say you buy that house at 800, next year it's going to be worth 600. You've lost that. And then
yeah, you're right.
And so and
if you threw them an offer for 6 and they're at 8, they're not going to want to see that offer.
Right. So it's just one of those things. It's a lot of it's timing. And I think right now we're seeing a little bit of an exodus in Southwest Florida, a little bit. But it's going to come back.
And you definitely don't see the amount of people moving.
Yeah, it's not going to last long.
Yeah, it's going to go, and we're going to look at this going, oh, my God, they should have bought it.
And I just want to throw Sab's comment out. Said, all I've heard for 5 years is just wait a year.
It's going to be like that. Yeah. So,
which is actually sort of true in a sense, because I remember people come back to me and during COVID, things were going crazy, spike. We're going to buy. Right?
Yeah.
Things keep going up.
Yeah.
And I told those people not to buy. They did buy, and they thought I was nuts for like 2 years, right? Now they want to sell.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you bought anything during COVID, for the most part, right after COVID. But it's just the way it goes. I mean, if people don't look at the equity in their home and they just enjoy it and have fun with it,
that's
never a thing.
That's what you
but people always, especially the seasonal people, right? The home was worth a few million. They're not using it. Hey, it's going up in value. It's like a watch, right? When you have a nice watch on your wrist and they're hard to get, the watch feels really good, right? All of a sudden, the watch market, your watch feels different on your wrist because it's just not as valuable. Same thing in real estate. People, equity is not what they think it is, and it just feels different. And then unload it. They get rid of it.
Yeah. What's on Joe Pavich's wrist? What's Joe rocking?
It's got the Rolex Batman.
Whoa.
The Rolex.
Sorry, Bruce Wayne.
Rollie.
Bruce Wayne.
I don't think those ever go down.
Bruce
value.
Wayne. There you go.
Whip your Rollies
that was
side
the
to side.
50th birthday gift to myself.
Nice. That's who.
Very nice. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Work hard.
Well, if you do things like that, watches or whatever it is, and you buy something for a reason, when you wear that watch, it brings you back in time. It's like a little, DeLorean. You get in the DeLorean, go back to the future, and relive those moments. That's what I do with these.
I like it.
Appreciate it. Joe, thanks so much for coming
appreciate
on.
Appreciate it, guys.
I'll see you on your podcast in a couple weeks, right?
Yes, man.
Thank you, Joe.
I think May 7th. We'll talk about that.
Okay, I appreciate it. It's a big
honor.
honor.
Have this guy right here on the show.
I'm looking forward to that. That's a huge honor.
Pat.
Yes, sir.
Pat. I got like the interrogation rooms with the light. You put it over your head.
I've never been in one of those.
Oh,
no.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly. Hey, you gotta wire the chair up in a little bit of a
interrogate. Yeah, let's do that. The interrogation.
Yeah.
We should do something fun, Pat. Bring you in with some questions because I know you got some good interrogation. He's a nice.
You just see his Adam's apple just drop.
He's interrogated me on air. What are you talking about?
See, because obviously Pat's a nice guy on air. This is a fun show. You guys do a great job.
I'm a nice guy in person too.
But his career was, different.
Yeah,
he wasn't so nice.
I made some stupid decisions.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah. You got a lot of sponsors, by the way. Man.
I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, we got to load this up a little bit.
We got some
more.
good people.
Send me those. Would you? I want to get the link to all those.
Yes. Yeah,
I did scan a barcode today, by the way.
Okay. Bryce
Lawrence, yeah. And I got to get you up with Kevin if any kind of lighting, Corey Adams. So
yeah, great.
Yeah, let's give you one more chance on that barcode if you want to, take a look at that. That's a good one to take. Bryce, always good. Get your business out there. He really helps out.
Thank you, Joe.
I really appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks
appreciate it.
Love Thanks. Joe Pavich.
Joe Pavich in the house. How good is that?
Give me
man?
Joe Pavich, Patrick Dearborn. I'm good.
He's the goat,
Give me one
right?
or the other. I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's good. We got a really fun guest coming up.
Big show.
Really fun guest coming up. And we've been waiting for her
scared.
for a long time. She's got a paper with her. That's freaking
heck?
scaring the shit out of me.
Did you bring notes?
And she's dressed to impress. We always like that. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah. So
she put on your.
The
drill.
The headsets.
Really?
She's a pro, but I don't know if she's got them.
No, they're DJ
headsets. Yeah.
Joe's gonna do a picture real quick. Everyone smile.
All right, here we go. Every little smile. Here we go, Joe.
Get a selfie with everyone too, Joe. Sorry, I'm already thinking about reels. My mind's spinning. Sorry, no dead air.
Online dead air.
Welcome.
We got the one and only
scared.
Shannon Livingston.
She's a firecracker.
I need you to really. Can we say fuck? Mess with Pat.
It's
Pat
your show.
Jira. Yeah.
Why are you messing with me?
Met with Pat Jira a little bit today, but no, he's a little nervous.
I know.
Having Shannon.
I got the chance to know Shannon a little bit. She came in the studio a month ago, and a lot of mutual friends we found out from way back in the day that Miss Shannon knew.
Well, they're still your friends. I don't know how I am with them. I've alienated a lot of people through the past 8 years. You say that all the time. Well, and I told you, I'm kind of oblivious to it as well. Like when people don't like me, I just don't catch on to that. It takes someone else to tell me, and then I'm like, oh, whatever, and move on with my day.
Okay.
Well,
but politics have really divided us, and your campaign,
liberal,
and being politically active.
Is this our first lib?
Come this way, just a little bit.
I think divides me.
Is this our first liberal?
I am not a liberal. I am a libertarian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But that's all right. We like that.
You don't like that because
you think I would say, Shannon, please come on. 3 times I asked.
No, we want everyone's
please
opinion, though. I don't want.
Yeah, we don't want just we just don't want somebody who always agrees.
Yeah,
with Tim.
Liberalism is a mental disorder, and I want you to describe it.
This guy right here, he'll ask a lot of. He's making me wonder. There you go. Now you're over here.
Is this better?
But she got a paper. Holy crap. We're in trouble.
I think Pat just wanted me closer to him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. She's always looks good, Shannon. Livingston coming in. Look.
Thank you.
And Shannon, just
we can see ourselves now.
It's a great thing. It's a whole professional setup. It's not a Mickey Mouse operation, Shannon Livingston.
Bullshit going on here.
Yeah. Well, it was a beautiful studio when I was first involved. Until I was uninvited, but now I've been invited back. Thank you.
First off, why would you even say you're uninvited? We stopped doing a live show. Oh, by the way, you didn't know. Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. But no, we never.
Typical liberal. Poor me.
Yeah.
Not a liberal.
Libertarian.
Yes, which means I want less government than you do. So I don't know why you act like I'm the crazy one.
Who's
I want to be
government?
free, and I want people.
Isn't Trump doing that? Cutting government, laying off IRS people.
Trump is not libertarian enough for us. I don't.
What's libertarian
he's
enough?
More of an authoritarian
is that possible
than I would
to be 100% libertarian in today's day and age?
No two libertarians agree, right? So there's no way that we're going to have a platform.
Yeah, that's true too.
I know who the party is,
right?
So I don't really belong to the party because they're all super crazy. But I align more with the libertarian.
She's got me scared.
Why did you bring notes?
It's a game.
I understand Tim having notes. He's a host, but I don't understand.
Jesus.
It's a game.
She's got me nervous.
Well, I've
got me nervous.
Watch our back.
I've hosted radio and podcasts, and so I never come unprepared.
Well,
I always want some.
I wouldn't say that. I've known you. You can always talk. So it's always
on the
good.
fly.
Yeah. What's on your mind today?
I'll do a little handy cam.
What's on the notes?
A little handy cam.
Let's see if we can get a sneak peek.
Look at that.
I'm going to get up there on the notes. I know Pat doesn't like this view.
Because it has the answers, and so I can't show you.
Okay.
So it's a little game that I came up with because I knew you guys were going to bring up my political leanings, right?
No, this is not a.
So
what do they call it?
It is
sabotage.
Sabotage.
Well, no. I mean, you can bring up whatever you want. I'm an open book, and I don't need people to agree with me.
Oh, it would be boring. I don't.
I have a great moral compass.
And
I don't need that. I think that's why we all get along.
People get on me because I don't agree with 100% of everything, conservative.
I'm not lockstep with anybody.
I don't care if you agree with anything else. You got to agree with me.
True.
No, no lockstep thought. So I thought it would be fun to come up with some quotes and have you guys guess.
I'll have no clue.
Is it Trump? Is it Biden? Is it Kanye?
I like this. I'll tell you if it's Kanye. I promise you that.
I know that you have the advantage. I know with your lyrical,
He knows more shit about shit that don't matter.
Do you want to listen to the fucking rules, Tim?
Go.
Jeez
Relax.
Louise.
Go.
So 20 questions. 5 are going to be Biden. 5 are going to be Trump. 5 are going to be Kanye. And 5 are going to be fake. So you have to guess. Who said it, or is it fake?
So you just made up 5 random quotes?
Can we call
what you're saying?
ChatGPT did, yeah.
Okay.
Can we phone a friend?
No.
You have all kinds of friends. They can comment.
All right. We need you to comment.
So you give 1 to Tim and 1 to me? How are we, or whoever
I
gets
think you guys should just shout it out. Just whatever you think.
Let's do it, because I'll beat Tim in this. I'll beat Tim in pickleball. Let's go.
Okay.
Is this not a competition?
Yeah, yes, it is. She's asking who's going to
up against her.
No, we have to guess.
You're not going against me. I have the answers.
Yeah.
So I win already. Okay, first question. First quote. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Donald Trump.
What do you think, Tim?
Or, you know what? Did Biden say that?
Yeah,
I think Biden
said
that.
That was Biden.
Yes, I remember saying that.
I
remember
him
saying I jumped the gun. I apologize.
Don't be so defensive.
Wow.
She got you guys. Shark has got it.
I pulled quotes that are both stupid and inspiring.
Just so you know, you can see the comments up there.
Say that again.
People, yeah.
I am making. Usually I make Tim nervous. I make him blush. Now I'm making you nervous.
I like me blush.
I like dominating the male-dominated.
She knows how to make me blush.
Any talk of sex at all. Like, I don't know what people think you do with your spare time, but it's not interesting sex. That's for sure. All right. Part of the beauty of me, we're going on to the next quote.
Okay.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
Donald Trump?
I would say Trump.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. He loves to tell everybody he's rich.
America is like a big backyard barbecue. Sometimes it gets messy, but everybody wants a plate.
I'd say it's Trump too.
I'm going to say it's fake.
It is fake.
Okay.
Now, what style would you attribute that?
That's a hard one.
ChatGPT thinks it's Biden. But that's something that he would say.
Maybe Biden 20 years ago, but I don't think he can come up with that now. Or
I don't know. I feel like I'm too busy writing history to read it.
Kanye West.
One more time.
I feel like I'm too busy writing history to read it.
Yeah, I would say that's Kanye.
You guys are so good. That was Kanye.
I would say Kanye too. That sounds like something. He's got a. Oh, sorry, brother.
Okay. Our future cannot depend on the government alone. The ultimate solutions lie in the attitudes and actions of the American people. Who said that?
Why is it freezing up on there, Tim?
It's probably not online. Are we getting a little freeze up online too? Or
let us know.
How do you have me build expert on nonprofits and events? Okay.
I guess I got you billed as that.
I'm also in real estate like everyone else.
Jake, can you see it online, or
I was
He's not even watching.
He's
in the room.
Thanks for tuning in, Jay. It's a little glitchy online.
Is it little? I think maybe it's internet.
Are we being sabotaged?
Maybe Shannon. We just got flagged.
Oh my goodness!
You come in and freaking.
They're shutting you down.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to fix that? Do you want to answer questions while you fix that?
My mother said hi, so I got to bring that up. Make sure she says that. Yeah.
It's always nice.
Go ahead.
Are we coming and comment? Are we coming in? What's that? Choppy, right?
It's choppy, so
Shannon knocked out our internet.
I think it's getting better. Flagged. It's getting better. I think it's just we got flagged.
All right, go ahead, Shannon. Let's keep it rolling.
All right. Sometimes I look in the mirror and see Mount Rushmore staring back at me.
Donald Trump.
That's Don, the big Don.
That's fake.
Wow.
Oh, is it really? That would be a Donald.
But it does sound something like he would say. Yeah.
Anything.
He should go on Mount Rushmore.
Next question. Without passion,
that's Patrick Dearborn saying
you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing. Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing.
I mean, Kanye West, possibly. That could be a fake one, too, though.
Deep.
Yeah.
She had 2 fakes in a row.
I'll say Kanye. Can't be Biden.
I'm gonna go with Biden just because it's.
He's got it makes no sense.
That's actually Trump, and it's from The Art of the Deal.
Oh, okay.
So y'all have some reading to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because I'm rich, I can say stupid stuff and get away with it.
Kanye West.
I'd say Trump.
Kanye.
They're
so alike, though.
He says a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
Kanye or Trump?
Well, all of
Both
them.
Both of them do.
Latinos,
I love Donald Trump as a president, but he says some stupid stuff.
He does say
when
stupid
when
things.
you talk that much, though, and you're in front of spotlight, microphone, TV, you're going to say some stupid things anyway. Obama said some silly.
Let me take it back though. Stupid things has got him to where he's at though. When I say stupid, I mean he just lets it rip, and sometimes you're like, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think the way that Trump operates is that he puts a lot of thought into it before or after. I just think it's a stream of consciousness.
And that's why we like him.
Right.
And that's the difference. Like if you see like Obama speak, you could see he takes like 3 seconds to process something and then he'll answer the question. And he'll do it in a political savvy way, but I prefer straight shooter like a Donald
I love
Trump.
it. I love the
DT
too. And
no BS, no filter.
China.
How would you rate Trump as a president?
So far?
Yes.
Way too much of an authoritarian. I mean, you know that. You know that that's what's coming. I just don't agree. I think that, yes, we should, look into government waste, fraud, and abuse. Yeah. Yes, we need to be healthier. And, our FDA and our FBI and some of these other agencies have been very corrupt for a long time. Really, it just surprises me that the people that used to call me crazy for saying these things are now yelling at me about how I have to accept this as a fact. But I'm like, yeah, I've been saying this. Where have y'all been?
Who's yelling at you?
Oh, please.
No one's yelling at you.
But
now, let me ask you a serious
anyway.
question. Let me ask you a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you rather have as a president, Biden or Trump?
Are we talking about the last 4 years of Biden and in that state? I mean, Biden wasn't a great choice for me either. Unfortunately, libertarians can't get it together to be in debate and actually say and do thoughtful things and get a place at the table. And so between the two of them, probably Trump, because he's functioning at least.
Okay, fair enough. I respect that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, I know you said he's authoritarian. We get that, but to make things happen, to get things in action, you've got to be a leader. You've got to be authoritarian. Does he go push it a little bit far? I think maybe at times. But I'll tell you what, to get things done, everybody talks about it. He does it.
Yes, he does. But aren't you a little concerned that he does it by executive order, and therefore it may not be long lasting?
True. I mean, but those are from judges that have no use for him. So they shop these judges around, which I don't really understand.
A lot of the judges were his appointed judges. So
let's go.
We will get into a political discussion off there.
Go ahead. I want to hear more. I want to hear more questions.
Okay.
What do you got?
Let's see what I have. Latinos are incredibly diverse, unlike the African American community.
I hate to say it, but that sounds like a Trump, almost like a Trump. Say that again one more time.
Latinos are incredibly diverse, unlike the African American.
I don't even know what that means. It sounds fake almost.
Yeah, you think that might be a fake one?
Yeah, I think so.
That was Biden.
Oh, okay. I should have known.
In 2020.
Not a joke.
Really?
Not a joke, guys. For real.
Not a joke, man.
I like Hitler. I love Nazis.
Kanye West.
I couldn't even get that out. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of debate over who that was.
I'm a big Hitler guy. I mean, I guess lost his marbles. Jesus.
The secret to success is ignoring people who know less than you, which is most people.
Trump.
One more time.
The secret to success is ignoring people who know less than you, which is most people.
I mean, it screams of Trump all the way, but
this sounds like something I would say, actually.
Donald Trump.
It was fake.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds like, maybe.
I think you got all your fake ones.
That's a Shannonism. Shannonism.
I'm so tired of people right now, if you can't tell. If you can't find your way, just walk outside and the sun will tell you where to go.
Kanye.
Biden.
I think this is the only one where Kanye and Biden have crossover, right?
Yeah,
either one
that
of them
could be a little combination.
Yeah, it was fake. And Chat GPT thinks that was for Biden.
Okay, I'm out.
Sounds.
Let's see what else.
How much more do we have?
We only have a couple more. Bear with me.
I like this.
Be nervous.
I refuse to follow the rules where society tries to control people with low self-esteem.
Kanye West.
I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Kanye on that one too.
It's got it. You know you're Kanye. You know you're Kanye better than Trump.
He's just the Kanye to me is a little bit easy. Anything that's outside the realm is Kanye.
I think this is our last one.
Okay.
However you feel about that.
I like it.
I like it.
I don't need museums. I am the museum.
DT. Donald Trump.
I don't need museums.
Kanye
I am the museum.
Kanye.
Fake.
Yeah.
The fake ones throw me off because
I know, but that's what makes it interesting, right?
Yeah, that makes it good.
Thank you for playing, you guys.
Thank you. That was fun. We can make that a segment of the show. Let's do some newsreels. with Shannon. I want to hear Shannon's opinions.
It's crazy news.
Yeah, fun, crazy.
Sometimes we have a couple cool things in here, and then I think you'll like it. Before we do that, though, we always want to do a little disclaimer.
No.
The disclaimer's kind of good because it covers our butt, but yeah. So everything that we talk about here is allegedly.
Allegedly, my
our opinions.
Allegedly.
In our opinion, yeah.
And they do not reflect the opinions of our sponsors.
Sponsors, nor of Studio 239. Me, maybe. You, maybe. Shannon, maybe. But yeah, these are all good. These are all good. We got that.
What do we got, Timmy G?
This first, we want to really bring this up. This is important.
Serious here.
Yeah, this is an important event. At the Mission
tag.
Barbecue, and I know this is not the greatest slide, but Mission Barbecue, the month of May is Armed Forces Appreciation Month, and it's also Law Enforcement Appreciation Month. But Mission Barbecue has each week they have something special for the Army. From on Monday the 12th, they're going to have a Appreciation Day. Marine Corps is on the 13th. The Navy is on the 14th. Air Force, go Air Force, is on the 15th, and the Coast Guard's on the 16th. And then we have lunch with the heroes. This is a big day. This is the 17th. At Mission Barbecue, Beth and all of her staff.
Beth, Joe McDonald, Jenna, Mark.
Yeah, everybody over
Love
there.
Mission Barbecue.
They do so much. They do so much for our.
You been to
community.
Mission Barbecue, Shannon?
You know, I'm from Kansas City, and I'm a complete barbecue snob. And Mission Barbecue is actually where I eat if I eat barbecue.
Oh,
that's the ultimate compliment. Yeah, I think it's the best barbecue place.
It's good barbecue. It's great service. It's always clean. It feels good. I see my friends on the walls. Yes, you know what you're getting, and there's a little surprise, right? Like with their seasonal stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of fun.
They got a peach cobbler right now that's seasonal.
What's your sauce there?
So, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Tim
because Tim doesn't pay attention and he doesn't answer me. So it's you and me now, Pat.
This is.
I'm like, Tim.
He's a producer now.
Tim hasn't seen the football field since Reagan was in office. Ignore him. Looks like he's looking for. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, Tim. I love you.
So hold on. Just so you all know, like, I'm pushing all these buttons.
He is.
If I make a half-ass comment or something that doesn't seem like I'm not paying attention.
No.
I got all these
Tim's doing.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to. So it's like when your wife says, "Hey, what did I just say?" and you say, you make something up.
Shannon asked me, "What sauce do I use at Mission Barbecue or anywhere?" And the honest answer:
no sauce.
All of them.
Oh, you like all of them?
I do.
You went the other way.
Yeah. No, I pretty much. I like the KC Classic. The Alabama White is really good. The Baja. I think it's the Baja. Help me out, Jenna. Jenna's watching.
Jenna's watching.
Yeah.
She's got it. Look. We love you guys.
Thank you, Jenna. We love Mission Barbecue.
I like that smoky Tennessee. I feel like a trader.
The Smoky Mountain.
I don't always choose the KC.
The Memphis Belle is good. Like I said, I really love the Georgia mustard too. Especially,
I can't do the mayonnaise or mustard base. No. That is too much of a traitor to my roots. I cannot do it.
And the collard greens are great. They got the black plate special. They got smoked prime rib right now.
So it's good every day. But they're going to have this Armed Forces Week, right, in May. And they're going to have something special. They always do something special for people. So what extra special thing are they doing? Like bigger portions?
You get a free
face painting, petting zoo. What's going on?
They give you like free meals.
The whole thing is free.
Yeah.
They give you all kinds, and if
you just bring your ID,
and they ID, and they bring you like little
samples. Yeah, I think you get a free. And here Jenna can correct us, but I think you get a free sandwich, any military for that week, and like Tim said, they're usually good about bringing a dessert too.
Yeah, I've seen that when I'm in there. And go at noon. Sauce?
What's that?
I said go at noon.
Go at noon.
If you've never been.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Or the Hawaiian ribeye. It's the black plate special. So it's
good.
Primary
it's
ribeye.
Good. Let's go over to the next one. Thank you so much over there. We love Mission Barbecue. They are the bomb. Today is National Bravehearts Day, and this day is set out each year to celebrate the bravery and families dealing with childhood cancer. Cancer sucks. We all know that.
Yep.
During this time, pay tribute and support to families and friends of those involved in the child's life. Which amazing.
Which we were blessed to be a part of. Friday, we did the cold plunge challenge at Studio 239.
Shannon's going to do it next time.
And we raised nearly $5,000 for mindsovertumors.org. Darren Nieves' nonprofit for his sister suffered from cancer, and so it helps obviously those in need. So
excellent
see what
work.
We can do. Yeah,
I'm a Make-A-Wisher for a long time. And when you go in, and I not only volunteered for the President's Council, but I am a wish granter. So you go into the home and you get to meet the whole family and, of course, the child. And let me tell you, who doesn't ever feel sorry for themselves? Like these kids, even when they know they're dying, neuroblastoma and these things that they know that they're not going to come back from. And they're just the happiest, sweetest, like it just puts everything into perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really does. And a little bit about the mindsovertumors.org. Young man, Darren Nieves, he goes to Aubrey Rogers High School. He started this 501c3 on his own, which is an amazing feat. And he's actually working on other projects, Hope for Haiti, Meals and Deals. I mean, the kid is amazing.
Meals Hope,
and Meals Hope. So it's just an amazing thing that someone that young can get involved in the community and do so much. And in November, he's having a big to do
at the Naples Airport hangar.
Does he need an auctioneer?
He may, Shannon. Yeah,
I will donate my services if he needs one.
There you go. And then a couple really big
National
big
Superhero Day. Tim, you're my favorite superhero.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Patrick.
No, Patrick.
Just because he wears tights doesn't make him a superhero.
Patrick Dearborn's my favorite superhero.
Patrick Dearborn.
The ultimate real
Patrick Dearborn's hard to beat, Pat.
Yeah,
I mean,
60 seconds underwater in the cold plunge challenge. Love Patrick Dearborn.
I got cardiac issues, so I'm not going to compete on that level.
Well, we don't want you in that thing. Cardiac issues. Holy crap!
Right, I don't need to be in the cold water plunge. I'll have to take Patrick on in some other way.
Who's
Dearborn or Jira?
Yeah. Well, both of you. The Patricks against the blonde. I think that would be. We'll have to figure out.
Team Patrick all day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Who's your favorite national superhero, or who's your favorite superhero?
Yeah, for the group,
seriously,
please text it, chat it.
We want to hear from you. Who's your favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero?
Yeah,
I know who I like. Superman.
Yeah,
because definitely doing the right thing for the community, getting out, trying to stop, crime and violence.
And people knew about him when you were a kid.
Yeah,
it's changed, right? Now there are a lot of these comic book movies and things that have really exposed general audiences to these different superheroes that maybe only kids reading comic books would have known.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's your favorite superhero?
Probably Wonder Woman. She's got that outfit.
Yeah, she's got a good outfit.
Now, do you know that Wonder Woman was actually
Linda Carter?
It was created as an S&M thing.
Really?
Her lasso, I swear to God, look it up. Look up the history of Wonder Woman. It has a very sexual history to it.
Well, I believe it, but
just to Google away, just a little bit of information for your day. Did you just blush when we were talking about the sexual lasso?
Yeah, my shirt.
We want to hear from you.
I'm laughing because we had a really interesting time this morning going into 7-Eleven.
We want to hear from you. Who's your favorite superhero?
With who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, did you see the guy in the black suit going into 7-Eleven?
No, we have a good.
I don't even know how to.
We have a good guy that we go up to see every day, Braun, and
we did see a huge rooster.
We go buy 2 bananas, and Rohan looked at us. He goes, "What are you going to do with those bananas?" I'm like, I looked at Patrick. I'm like, I don't know, Patrick. Do you like know him a little bit better?
I don't know him. No.
Rohan's a great guy, but we're kind of like looking at him like.
Does he think you guys are a couple? Is that why he's asking?
I think he wants to.
Are you always together?
I think he wants to know.
Well, yeah, when we go in the
maybe he thinks you're a couple, and that's why he instantly
goes
to
we
sodomy.
do a live show. We're just
I mean,
so who's your favorite superhero? I want to hear from you.
let's. We can do. I want to do the Rohan video real quick. Us at 7-Eleven.
You got it?
See, yeah, I got the 7-Eleven.
This was this morning.
You got
this is not this morning. This is Rohan.
7-Eleven here on Airport in Immokalee.
Rohan. Shout out to Rohan. Rohan, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good here at the 7-Eleven at Immokalee Road and Airport across from Sam's Club, getting our morning coffee fixed.
Yeah.
How old is this coffee?
Make it fresh.
Yeah.
Make it fresh.
2-3 hours?
No.
Like a couple hours ago?
Just hot off the press.
10 to 20 minutes right off the press.
I can't beat it. Rohan making hot coffee great again here at the 7-Eleven.
There you go. Well, you made it just for me.
Special 239 Lives. Rohan, come check him out.
Let's do it. Rohan's a really good guy.
Yeah, good guy. Always working. I think the guy.
I wondered why you were repping 7-Eleven.
Well,
are they giving you free coffee?
No, we don't give free coffee.
If anyone does,
you're only saying that to protect Rohan's job.
Honestly,
if anyone does, we'll promote your coffee, though.
We tried to work him over a little bit with the coffee, and he's like, no. Tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow.
So you tried to get the free coffee?
No.
And he said no.
But no, he works all the time. The poor guy's there all the time.
Does he live there?
I think he's living
in the
back. And there's I think the boss.
Now you just reported him to
Tim, let's just stay away from this one.
I don't have
that. My goodness, he used to be your friend. You just outed him for doing all sorts of things.
No, he didn't do anything wrong. We made fresh hot coffee for Tim.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh,
not at all.
10-20 minutes.
Model employee,
but nobody wants to hear just normal stuff about.
Do we have crazy news?
Yeah,
so
let's
I love
go.
the National Superhero Day. What else is new?
We got
any tigers eating people,
Shannon,
women killing their husbands? What's going on?
Yeah, Shannon, we got this whole thing under control. Hold it, I just gotta.
You got Tim.
It's my personality.
Now you rattled Tim.
I know. I just got to get this.
That's
thing.
the only reason he invites me.
I got to get it all up.
Messing with Tim.
I got to make sure this thing is coming through. For some reason,
National Blueberry Pie Day. I love blueberry pie. Is it just pie?
Just a second.
Just pie, no cobbler. Do you like pie or cobbler?
I love cobbler.
I love the cobbler. It's a little texture.
I gotta figure out what.
Where do you get a good cobbler in Naples? I know See the Table as a pretty good cobbler. They have a strawberry.
Mickelson's is a great bakery.
Mickelson's is phenomenal. They do cobbler.
I don't know if they do cobbler, or maybe you could order it.
Mission Barbecue's got the peach cobbler, right?
Yeah.
They do a blueberry.
I don't like the cooked peaches though. I love peaches, but not once they're baked.
No,
can't do it.
I'm trying to bring up.
Where can you get a good cobbler in Naples?
I'm just glad we still have Perkins by my house because I ate a whole coconut cream pie for Easter. Well, I left one slice. My son was like, "Please leave me one slice. You have a problem." So now I'm on no sugar for 2 weeks to try to fit into my pants again. But the pie was definitely worth it, and I don't care. I'll fluctuate and enjoy life with pie.
Got to.
So for some reason, we're getting just a blank screen here. So I'm going to try.
You're trying to go through the slides. I think.
Well, thank goodness we're having a riveting conversation about pie to carry the show.
Yeah, nothing like the blueberry pie. I can't believe Perkins is still open.
Only that one. They're shutting them down. I will protest if they try to come for my Perkins.
Yeah,
Perkins is great.
I'm like 85 inside, and I enjoy places like Perkins. I want pie. I want breakfast all day long.
What's your favorite pie? What is Shannon Livingston go-to pie?
You know, it depends on my mood. Like sometimes it's pecan, sometimes it's lemon meringue, sometimes it's that peanut butter French silk that they have.
Okay.
Or I drive all the way to Yoder's in Sarasota. Have you ever been there? That Amish place?
I've heard about it.
Oh my! They have this peanut butter pie.
Really?
So I will drive there, and then they have a little bakery and shop, and I'll buy lots of things, like way too many things. And then I'll tell myself, I have to eat this all while it's fresh. Otherwise it's wasted. So I just eat it all.
Oh.
What's
your favorite bakery in Naples?
Tony's on 3rd has a really good bakery that most people overlook.
Oh, I know.
You want some cookies and like some really impressive, like a hostess gift or something like that.
Yeah.
That's my go-to place. I love that. Good. Mickelson's is great.
But
even Panera, like if you're on a budget, you go in and get a little bit of like focaccia and some shortbread cookies and wrap them up to take them.
Yeah. Well, you don't like seat at table?
It's too loud for me. Like I was
interesting
actually
that Shannon Livingston says too loud for her.
I know. You think of her as a party girl, right?
Yeah. I picture you there on a ladies' night just going wild.
No, first of all, I don't date. Second,
I didn't say you date, but they have a ladies' night where you go.
I don't drink. They don't let me smoke weed and seat the table, so I'm not going to go in there and spend a lot of time. You could probably
get away with smoking weed and seat the table.
I probably could. Shannon will find a way. Maybe go out to
are we free
Jeep.
or not?
Maybe go out to the Jeep. And you get a little picture. Oh, now I won't do that. But you got like a lot of duckies on your Jeep.
How many ducks you have on your Jeep? Holy smoke! So you got more ducks on your Jeep than there was in the cold plunge.
Well, and then I have like 2 that are down in they're seasonal ducks.
Now explain this to me, because why does every Jeep have ducks?
It's a Jeep Wrangler thing.
Yeah, because
they pass them on.
People go up to it.
So how did that start, though? Why is that a thing, and why rubber duckies?
I don't know, but it's fun. You come out of the grocery store,
I really don't know.
have a little duck there in your handle, and you know that somebody liked your Jeep. And so they also have these like tiny little miniature ones now that people are passing out, but they come up to you and give it to you, and that's weird. You're supposed to just do it secretly.
Yeah.
And try to match the Jeep if you can.
How many duckies do you have on there?
I don't know, but my Jeep is
1,000.
like 12 years old or however old it is.
Do you mind if I show the Jeep?
No, go ahead. Everybody knows Tiger Jeep.
Yeah.
Also, Tiger Jeep is very famous because it is in the Charity for Change videos that teach kids all about character and kindness that are being shown in every Florida elementary school. So all the kids think I'm the coolest. And the ducks weren't even in there in that video.
Let me see if I can.
My neighborhood kids love me because the ducks.
I can zoom in.
I give them ducks.
Maybe. Let me see if I can zoom in and bring that up
on the Jeep.
On the Jeep. Let me see if I can. I think I can.
My poor dirty Jeep. And when I'm out doing real estate, people that don't know me, they see this and they think, that poor girl, she's never going to make it. Doesn't she know? Doesn't she know how fancy people are in Naples?
How many duckies do you have on your Jeep out there?
I don't know.
Too many to count, she said, Tim.
I don't count them. I just put them up there.
I'm just trying to get this thing up and running, you guys. I think there's probably...
So they can see the hand 20, cam, right? But not the main screen.
You got any in the back, or they're all in the front?
Well, I have some that I give out. Those are all ones that I receive. You
should give out peeps.
And have them melt to the Jeep. That'll make me a lot of friends.
Not saying put them on the Jeep, but, so hang out the duckies. They're so artificial, they probably don't even melt.
No, they don't.
What's in them?
Yeah, that's
true.
They
do fly when I go around corners sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Jay, I want to. You stay there, Shannon. Come on up, Jake. I want you to come up by me. I want to get a little perspective of what's going on in college life a little bit. I'm gonna have you stand here for just a.
Who is this young gentleman that I was sitting next to over there?
Thanks for coming on time today.
Yeah, Jake got here like a couple minutes.
Where are you driving from? Sarasota?
128.
What's what?
Palica Road.
So
the exit took.
So Jake is a good friend of mine. He's just getting out of college. Zing him with a couple good
FGCU.
Good,
Wings up.
Yeah, good colleges and zing him with some stuff, and then I'll have him mess with the buttons. I'll be over here trying to keep you guys. All right.
So Jacob is now in charge of us. Is that what's happening?
Well, no. You just give him an opportunity to come in and.
He's going to run the show.
He's going to run the show?
Yeah. Basically, Tim was like, I don't know how to fix this. I'm going to put it all off on Jacob and act like I'm being a mentor.
Screw this.
Yeah.
See what you did to him, Shannon? You got him all rattled. Make sure you're talking to Mike.
There you go.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Good.
We can hear you.
What'd you major in, Jake, from State Farm?
I was an entrepreneurship major. Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I know. Entrepreneurship major. Okay, I didn't know that was a major now.
Yeah, just from a lot of business
Dr.
owners.
K has a whole building now dedicated to her with her name. She has done such a phenomenal job. That entrepreneur program, last time I looked at the stats, was one of the top 10 in the country
it's an
at FGCU.
Program.
Yes. So there you go. Top 10. So what are you going to do?
Sure
You're going to take over? Am I going to be working for you in a couple years?
I mean, I think that's the plan.
That's the plan?
Yeah.
He said that in a very evil voice. I think that's the plan.
I like how you got the porn mustache going.
Yeah.
I
got to tell you, it's all I'm looking at while I'm talking to you. Like, I don't even know what words you're saying. I just see the mustache.
Yeah, absolutely. You can pull it off.
I'm a lady. I don't like it. I'm here to tell you that's not true.
She's like, you need to shave this immediately.
You need to listen to your mother. She is on your side. She knows what your face looks like.
She don't know. Her mother doesn't know what's going on in the streets. What's hot in the streets.
Please.
I'm
probably out running around with his mother.
I think Jake's doing okay. So
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you doing all right?
Yeah.
I don't want details. Like you're my son's age. You're younger than my son's age. I don't need any details of that. Thank you.
What's a nice looking girlfriend, so everything's all good there.
You're good.
She might be faking it though. Just something to consider. Sometimes we're tired and we just want to go on about our business.
What's college life these days?
A lot of going to the bars.
Yeah.
Now, what bars?
So it hasn't changed much.
What bars do you go to? Where do the younger people go? Because all I see is like happy hour, old people. Where do you go to avoid people like me?
So we'll go to like Library Pizza and Pub.
A little closer to the mic so everybody can hear.
Library Pizza and Pub. It's where Aurelio's Pizza used to be by Dick's Sporting Goods up there.
Okay.
Up there is Estero?
By FGCU.
South Coast Town Center.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's right next to Dick's Sporting Goods. It's called Library Pizza and Pub.
And that's like the cool place now?
It's where we go to watch football. We'll go to Backyard Social.
Yeah.
Sugar Shack now.
Sugar Shack's cool, yeah.
Downtown Fort Myers sometimes has gotten a lot younger.
Yeah.
And then Mercado.
Now, by younger, is it just the people there? Is it like the theme of the place? Is it the price point? Like, what do you consider friendly for younger people?
I think library's price point. Cheap beer, cheap pizza.
Yeah.
Ton of TVs.
You're building your empire. You need some help, right? Yeah.
Downtown Fort Myers, it depends on the bar. We went into one on Friday or Saturday that was filled with people 50 and above.
Mm-hmm. Did you leave immediately?
No, it was a karaoke bar. It was actually a good time.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Were they talented? Were they singing songs that you even recognized?
Yeah, there were not a lot of talent there.
But that's what makes it fun, right?
There was one girl who probably had the best voice I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
Which was pretty crazy to see at a bar.
Really?
Downtown.
What song was she singing?
It's a great question that I don't remember.
Yeah,
he was so blown away.
Too drunk to remember.
Yeah, hammered. So that's fine.
Now, do you sing when you go to karaoke?
Yeah. Shannon, relax.
I'm not
a singer. Grilling on there. Jesus Christ.
I'm getting to know him. You already know him.
It's rapid fire here, Shannon. What's your blood type? Your DNA? When's the last time?
I'll just sit over here quietly.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, you know I wasn't going to do that anyway.
No, of course not. We wouldn't want that.
We wouldn't want her on here.
Yeah.
So I forgot what I asked you, and they're all pissed off that I'm interested in your
Not
life.
at all,
so if there's something that you'd like to say, I'll just be quiet and drink my coffee for a minute.
What makes a bar appealing to young people?
Yeah.
That sounds like a great question.
It does sound like a pretty good question, Jake. I mean, it just depends on the type of night you're trying to have. I like going to Mercado, but I also don't want to spend $500 every time I go drink.
Yeah.
So I go to library and I get a $5 pitcher of McUltra. And
you still get a pitcher for $5.
Wait, when you say that you're paying for alcohol, does that mean that you're going out like with your girlfriend, so you can't just like wear tight pants and go where the cougars are? Because I think if you went into Blue Martini, you wouldn't have to buy anything.
That's a fair point, especially with the mustache.
I mean, no, I think
I want to see Shannon Livingston.
I think the mustache.
Shannon, how many times did you used to go to Witch's Brew?
I've never been to Witch's Brew.
You never went to Witch's Brew?
No, because I moved here in 2007.
Oh, okay. So she missed Witch's Brew.
It's only 18 years. But no, I hear all the time. Witch's Brew probably would have been my
lot going on.
But I don't drink anymore. And when I did, I usually just went out wherever my friends wanted to.
Can I ask why you don't drink anymore?
Because my body doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm open to alcohol. Everybody can do whatever they want.
I haven't had a drink or substance in over 15 months.
So. Well, lots of substances, but just no alcohol. I'll ingest what my body likes instead.
Okay. What else we got for Jake? What else you want to know?
There's so many questions.
Any other questions you can ask?
I have a lot
What
of
type
questions
of music you
for
listen
Jake.
to, Jake?
I listen to a lot to
you listen to
early
everything.
2000s.
In the mic, Jake.
Sorry.
The world wants to hear you.
You're so short for me.
Yeah, you're tall.
What, didn't he give you a seat? Is he making you stand?
We stand over here in that section.
He's young. He can hold up.
Legs
it's
can take it.
It's good for the legs.
Yeah.
I listen to like 2000s divorced dad rock.
Which rock?
Like divorced dad rock, like 3 Days
Divorce dad.
That's what they call it.
What is that?
I've never heard of that.
What band?
Term for it.
I've never heard it either.
Rock.
I like 3 Days Grace, Shine Down, like those types of bands.
Okay.
Or I'll listen to like.
I guess I should be listening to that because I'm a divorced dad, but I've never heard
I don't know.
of
It's like 1995.
I listened to 50 Cent to help me cope with my divorce.
I used to listen to a lot of like rap when I was in high school.
Okay.
Now, what kind of rap? Like current rap?
Yeah, like current rap, which isn't very good.
No, current rap is garbage, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but I liked it when I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
But kind of grew out of
Where'd you go to high school?
Barron.
Sorry to hear that.
That's where my son went to.
Oh, really?
Great academic school.
What year?
2013.
Okay, I graduated in 2018.
So you're 5 years. So you are 25 now.
Be 25 in May.
Don't be difficult.
You just graduated
the
college?
math still maths.
It took me 6 years. You know?
It takes a while to figure out.
A little extra fun.
Don't feel bad. It's taken me 43 years to figure out life, and I still haven't. So,
I'd be back in college now if I had the time and the money. Are you kidding me? I loved it. I mean, just learning. Did you not love learning? Did you just want to get out of there?
On college campus.
I liked learning the entrepreneurship.
I already had a baby by the time I was going to college, so I did it differently.
Where'd you go to, Cal Berkeley?
I went to UMKC.
What?
UMKC.
Is that a college or a freaking...
there are a couple of prominent people that went to UMKC. Actually,
what does that spell out, though?
The University of Missouri in Kansas City.
University of Missouri in Kansas City. So it's not University of Missouri.
No, because that's in Columbia.
Okay.
They're affiliated.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It's a real school. You could look it up.
University of Missouri is a good school.
Yeah.
Shannon, can I
Kansas
ask you
City.
one question?
Yeah, no,
because you didn't.
I went to Edison CC, baby.
What would be
now
one,
FSW?
Yeah. What would be one social norm in Naples that you find the most frustrating?
A social norm that I find frustrating?
People are doing.
You know what I really can't stand, and it makes me feel like such an old cranky lady now, because I say things like kids these days and all other kinds of Karen things. It's when I'm out in public and someone is either on their phone or the kid is on their tablet and it's turned way up. Everyone can hear that. First of all, your life is not interesting. So if you're going to talk on speaker, make it about some interesting, like you're burying a body, talk about how, whatever sex you had last night, like something that people want to listen to.
You want to listen to what type of sex people had last night?
Well, I've been celibate for 5 years.
They have radio shows.
I want to hear all the stories.
5 years.
When you say you've been celibate, you haven't had sex in 5 years?
Was celibate a big word for you?
It is, yeah.
You did explain that?
I don't know what that means. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Interesting.
So I'm like born again virgin. So I need to be more careful this time.
Born again virgin.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question, Tim.
No, that's
that was the only question that there was.
You when people turn up their shit
it's just because it's so rude. It's just so inconsiderate to everyone around you, and I think that is what we have lost as a society. You don't have to love that person, but we're in shared space. Just be cool about it.
Yeah, I agree. You know what's rude to me, and I'm guilty of this, so I try not to do it. But if you're having a conversation with someone and they pick up their phone and they start texting while you're talking to them, I'm saying I try to catch myself, because it'd be the equivalent of someone back in the day picking up a magazine and reading while you're talking to them.
But don't you say, like, I'm sorry, I have to take this. It's my plumber, or it's my kid.
Of course. Hey, and try to keep it brief. But there's a couple people that just start texting, like, not paying any attention to you.
Those are the same people that when you meet them, they're scanning the room for someone more important than you. Like, they don't ever make eye contact. Same type of person.
Well, you got Tim speechless.
No,
I did it.
I mean, Shannon, just because someone's looking around doesn't necessarily mean they're looking for somebody more important than you.
They might be
I
just
can
like
tell.
You gave me shit this morning for not paying attention to you. But I really was trying to do
I mean, I haven't seen you in months and months. I get an hour of your time, and most of the time, like, you're somewhere else.
Fucking around.
Stop.
This is what broke us up in the first place, Tim.
No, you went and got a job. That's what happened.
I have 3 jobs, I think. I don't know. I call them careers, so it sounds better.
What's that?
I have 3 careers.
Real estate?
So, yeah, I sell real estate, and then I have a staging and design company.
Okay.
Smart Stage and Style. And then I also am a licensed auctioneer, and so I do benefit auctions for nonprofits. Mostly in Southwest Florida, but across the country.
We should have Shannon when we do like a charity event.
That's why I said if he needs an auctioneer, I'll donate my services. I just donated.
But
her price tag was too high.
Shush. I just did the Law and Order Ball, which
sounds like a Trump event.
It honored 7 law enforcement agencies in Lee County, and I donated my services to that.
Nice.
It was great. It was like 600 people. It was such a fun event. And Mission Barbecue did the food.
Of course.
So why weren't you guys there? Do you hate law enforcement?
Tim hates himself.
I don't like myself, Shannon. I think nothing of law enforcement.
I mean, everyone else, 600 people. I didn't see you guys.
Lee County, number
Kelly
one.
Burns came.
We're a little busy, Shannon. We're not just over here messing around. We got podcasts and live.
We got like at least 100 stuff going.
I see the important work that's going on in here. You guys can't get away from that.
Guns and messing
we're
around.
wrapping up here in just a little bit. So.
We are wrapping it up. What's after Blueberry Pie Day, though?
I can't, for some reason,
you messed everything up, Shannon.
Got to get a little bit of.
I feel like I'm being censored. I don't know if you guys.
Possible.
Is this a coup?
Someone flagged us. I don't know why, but
where's the best place to get cherry pie here in Naples or blueberry pie?
Any pie.
Yeah, any pie. Yeah.
There we go. No, it's not coming up on there.
Oh, yeah, a little interesting one. I don't know. We're not coming up, but
the Byron Donalds Trump conversation.
What
do you think of Byron Donalds? Yep.
I get asked this all the time.
Nice.
I have been friends with Byron and Erica, and they have come to my home to barbecue. My son used to run the aftercare program at Royal Palm when their child was there, and would see Byron every day and let him know about the fun that he had with his youngest energetic child. Erica has helped me with things when she was on the school board, and so I think not just Byron, but Byron and Erica are both examples of you can like somebody as a person and not agree with everything that they do politically.
Of course.
And we have had great conversations. You know, my history with Byron goes back 12, 13 years, whatever, when he ran for office the first time. And he was a guest on a radio show that I was involved with. And he was so good, right? He's such an awesome speaker that he very quickly became a co-host. And we would have these great conversations in, back in the studio. So I know him on a personal level, and I have found that is what I need to do to not get frustrated with politics.
Sure.
When I know people locally, especially on a personal level, then I can have a conversation with them. Otherwise, it's really easy to just, You
don't think he'll make a great governor?
I think, will he make a great governor? I had really high hopes for DeSantis, and he let me down. So I'm afraid to get excited about a governor again. But
what did DeSantis do that you didn't like?
What did he do that? I mean, there were a lot of things.
What did he disappoint you in?
There were just a lot of things.
Just give me like three. I think one.
The cannabis industry didn't progress the way that he initially signaled that it would, that he was not for the vertical integration.
Yeah.
I think that could have been really, we would have had adult use by now, I think, if we wouldn't have vertical integration. So there were, different policy things like that.
But you can get marijuana in
You
Florida.
can get medical cannabis,
and,
if you want to be on a state registry. And I mean, there are some people, mostly veterans, that don't want to be on a list.
Okay.
And so it keeps them from accessing legal medicine. Then it puts them in harm's way when they have something from the street that's in their car or whatever. And, it's just not a great situation all the way around.
Okay.
It's my personal opinion. I mean,
so marijuana is your number one.
No, it's not my number one. You asked me for something on the fly, and I gave it to you. That was like the very first thing that I was excited about.
Yeah.
I really thought,
you can move to California. You can smoke all the weed you want.
I've been to California.
Yeah, you can move.
I can still smoke all the weed I want.
You got a
even
card,
if it's
probably,
not legal,
right?
Though,
Yeah,
right. I mean, people that smoke weed are gonna find it. We got lots of valets in town. It's not hard to find. And little known fact, my cousin actually ran against DeSantis for Congress years and years ago in northern Florida. So long history there.
Yeah. What do you think about Casey DeSantis possibly running for governor?
I think that scandal is probably not going to do her a lot of favors.
Interesting timing of that too,
Well, it is, but that's when stuff comes out. People find stuff and they sit on it for their own. Doesn't mean that she didn't do it. Doesn't mean that she did or that he did.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But it doesn't look good for a campaign.
No, not at all. I think Byron will be a great governor myself. Of the great state of Florida.
I enjoy watching him on C-SPAN because I'd watch C-SPAN
I enjoy watching him on CNN and MSNBC just absolutely destroy people like Al Sharpton and
I don't watch those things.
No.
I just watch it live. C-SPAN 1, 2, and 3.
Probably one of the 6 people that still watches C-SPAN, but shout out to that.
Well, it's boring for most people, but I don't want someone else's opinion of what happened.
I respect that.
I want to see for myself. I want to hear and especially like the Supreme Court decisions, to hear what the justices are asking of the attorneys, and it gives me more depth of understanding.
Tim, I think we should have Shannon back on for a full 2 hours next week.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm serious. I enjoyed this.
Good, thank you.
But a whole show, do a special co-host. Is that okay? Can we have Shannon on for 2 hours?
I think he wants to go on vacation, and he's looking for someone to fill in.
You haven't been on vacation. Tim hasn't been on vacation in at least 2 weeks, so he's due.
Yeah, so
he does like to travel.
She wants to come on, she's always welcome.
We'll bring you on as a co-host.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate this. I love to have good discussions. I love to make Tim blush.
You did it a couple times. Tim's all rattled.
But next time, please shave that mustache, young man. It's very distracting.
It works for him.
It does work.
It works.
Hey,
if
I was Jake, I would probably keep the stash.
Keep the stash.
It's working for him. And how do we know?
Change your name to Ron.
Listen, guys, want to let everybody know. Thank you for jumping in there. Jake, thanks for being on. Thank you so much, Shannon. And also, thank you so much, Toni. She was on, Toni Johns earlier.
Joe Pavich. Big shout out to Joe Pavich.
And listen, we got to look at the camera. We're almost there. Point at it.
Point?
We're